Pew, pew, pew.
What's happening, guys? Happy Gravy Day, everybody. It's Past the Gravy, episode 466. Alex, Pat, and Bo back at it again for another fun-filled episode of Past the Gravy. And Bo, do you still have COVID?
I think I do. I took a lab test. I took a lab test on Monday, and those results come in Tuesday. It came back positive, but also on Monday afternoon, I took one of the rapid 15-minute tests, and that one came back negative. So
yeah, it sounds like you're negative to me.
So
yeah,
I'm,
go with the
I'm
negative
half.
one.
I'm half. So I took another lab test this morning.
Partially COVID positive.
Yeah.
You're at COVID pause. It's more of a
Are you still having COVID poops?
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I. I was just hoping you were going to admit something you didn't want to.
That would have been, great question.
I don't know if that's even a thing. I've never had it.
I have a cough, and I hope that I don't have a lingering cough even when I do test negative, because it's annoying. My neck muscles hurt from all the coughing I've been doing.
Are you drinking tea with honey?
No, I'm not drinking tea with honey.
I was told you bought lemon and honey on your podcast. A recent study suggests. Great job, by the way, on that. Robert went solo this week.
Robert, this is your instrument, dog. You got to protect it, man. You got to get the tea in there with the honey. It'll soothe your throat. You'll feel better.
What tea?
Your organ.
What tea?
I usually go green tea if I'm going to drink tea. I like green tea.
I get a little throat coat, maybe. Throat coat tea.
That sounds like something very different, buddy.
Well, in the radio biz, that's very popular. Like, you get a sore throat, you get a little throat coat, throw some honey.
I need you guys to get together as an industry and change the fucking name of it.
I didn't make up the name.
I thought about getting some tea, but I don't know. I don't even know the first thing about tea.
Little throat coat for the throat goat.
Just get green tea is always safe.
Yeah, green tea, or you can get they have variety packs. It doesn't matter. It's all fucking tea. There'll be a black tea in there, which I'm not as big a fan of. Green tea tastes good. They'll have an orange in there.
Oh, you're not a fan of black tea, huh?
Heat up water, steep the tea bag in there like you're playing Halo, and you just killed a guy, and then pour some honey in there and swirl it, and you're good to go.
Pat always says white tea is the right tea. That's what Pat says.
Is there even white tea? If so, I'm gonna go find it if there is. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't see tea color, and neither does Robert, which is great.
I think they call white tea gossip.
Oh yeah, Robert doesn't even understand what green tea is.
You mean all I know is that the different types of gray, like Earl Grey.
Yeah,
you're gonna love Earl Grey.
Go for the beige. Yeah, Earl Grey. That is definitely the one you should go for. Maybe a nice chamomile. Don't know what that means. It sounds like daffodil to me. So I'm like, you're drinking daffodils. That's fucking gross.
People always suggest chamomile tea, when you're sick. Chamomile and then throat coat is what I've always heard.
Breaking news: Astros just became the first team ever to throw 2 immaculate innings in the same game.
What does that mean?
9 pitches, 9 strikes, inning over.
Fun fact.
Yeah. Starter had one in the second inning, and then Phil Maton completed one. That's fucking nuts. Fuck Dallas.
Fuck Dallas. They're playing the Rangers. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, that works. Well, this is the Precome segment, and Robert
have Sam get you some tea, or order some on Amazon. I don't know how you're doing it.
Oh yeah, I guess I could order on Amazon.
I do
have another thing for the Precome segment. My brain tried to kill me last night.
Ooh,
what?
Yes, I was dreaming about, I don't know, a movie thing, some main character getting chased by some cartoonish bad guys. And my brain was like, this is illogical. He can't get away from this. There's too many bad guys. Even though this is just a fake dream, my brain couldn't compute. So I was like, I need to get out of this situation. So my brain decided to stop me from breathing and make me choke on my own spit while I was sleeping so I can get out of this dream.
Worked though, didn't it?
It did, but it was not a pleasant situation.
It was effective.
No, it's very not.
Maybe you have sleep apnea.
Robert, think on the positive side though. Okay, so if you were also a drinker like I am, you would have woken up choking on your spit, but also be dry mouthed at the same time. That would have sucked.
That would have been bad.
That's how I wake up pretty much every morning now.
That's awful.
Dry mouth is bad. Yeah, it's not great. That's why I keep water bottles underneath the pillow in my bed.
So you just like woke up and we're like, I'm not breathing at all, or like were you like choking?
I was coughing. I woke up like just coughing because I swallowed my spit wrong and wasn't breathing, I think.
It was just so chaotic.
Yeah.
And you're, like, all the stuff was happening.
Yeah. My brain was like, this doesn't make sense. There's no way. My brain couldn't think of a creative way to continue the dream. So I was like, we got to stop right here. I'm
My
out.
brain just gives me nightmares. The other night it was like, but they're all like work nightmares. So it's like not like fun. It's not like I was in a cool situation. It's just like bad things are happening at work. And I can't fix it. And
I
I
might
wake
be
up and I'm like
drinking.
sweating.
I might be drinking too much now because now that you guys are talking about dreams, I can't remember a dream that I've had recently. I don't know the
I have a
last time I
lot, but when I
dreamed.
do, it's all work related.
I just don't think my brain is entering REM sleep.
Might want to look into that.
I'm going down fast, guys. All I got to do is I got to make it to next weekend. I got a boys trip up to the lake. I'm gonna get to see Keith up at Southern Star on the way up there. I just got to make it that far. After
Nice.
that, I'm good whenever I check out.
So just one more week. That's it.
One more. I got
And a
Father's
weekend. 2
Day,
weekends, 1 week.
Father's Day this weekend up in Fredericksburg, so I could see the
You say
house
your
one last
goodbyes.
time. And yeah, say my goodbyes to my parents, and then boys trip, and then I'm honestly I could die after the boys trip, and my birthday will be like 3 days after that. Don't even care if I see that. I'll be
That
turning
young.
30.
That's what they always say.
Dude, I'll be turning 32. Who gives a fuck about their 32nd birthday? What a joke
Great
that
point.
is.
It's a great point. It's birthday week almost.
It's on a Saturday. Like most people be like, dude, yes, my birthday falls on a Saturday this year. I'm like, okay, like another Saturday working.
Now you might have obligations.
I don't care.
We should show up to Pat's work with cake
Okay.
and then just be a dick and like complain about a bunch of service and then make you do it.
No, the worst is every year I don't tell anyone. Like the other managers like know when my birthday is, but I don't tell anyone it's my birthday. And then all of a sudden, like halfway through the night, someone will say something. So then everybody's going, oh my God, happy birthday, happy birthday. I'm like, I don't care. I would have made a big deal out of it if I wanted everyone to tell me happy birthday.
Yeah.
You know what I'll do? I'll probably just order a steak. That'll be my birthday present to me.
That's a good birthday present.
I'll get a fucking nice strip or a ribeye.
For my old dog's birthday, we would always get her a T-bone steak because then she got to eat the bone afterwards too. So you're like a dog. Just treat yourself to a steak.
If I get the bone and ribeye.
You should get the bone and ribeye.
But that's like a $65 steak, so I'm probably not gonna do that.
Yeah, but you work at the restaurant, so just take it and like.
No, I mean I don't pay anyway. I don't pay for my dinners. Or any food I make there. I just don't get expensive shit because that's a dick move if I'm doing.
Well, then
that.
you get one time. You can do the expensive
That's
thing.
true.
Treat yourself, dude. It's your day.
That's true. I could do that. Well, think about it.
Yeah,
You have 3
and
weeks to contemplate it.
We'll do a whole birthday week thing to make it really annoying for Pat.
Yeah, and well, that's what we should do. It'll be my birthday week, and it'll last all the way to the episode afterwards.
We'll go out like every night because it's like, well, these are my work friends. Okay, but these are also like my other work friends that were too busy working the day that we went out last time. And now these are my friends that are like my old friends, like my oldest friends. And okay, so this is like my best group of friends. Like I know half of them were there last week, but like, you know, these guys, they didn't get to come out.
We might have an idea. So what if I do birthday week for myself, but I don't change anything? I just start taking Instagram reels and stories of me sitting on my couch drinking at the end of every night. Like, hey, it's my birthday week. Got to have some drinks. And then like as it gets closer to 4 a.m., the videos just get more and more depressing every night.
Birthday week. You see like a cupcake to finish the night.
Still
And then
celebrating.
The last one, you're like, the last one, like you just fell asleep and the cupcake's just there with the candle in it ready to get blown out. And you're just like,
Last one is just me going to the fridge like, damn it, I got too drunk again. Didn't mean to get drunk tonight. You guys are going to just watch me eat plain tortillas by themselves.
There's one where it's like, it's off camera. It's you obviously at the door. You're just like, fuck Domino's. I didn't want Domino's anyway. Fuck you. It's like Pat obviously is not paying the pizza man.
No, that I get home after Domino's stops delivering, man. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. But I do have something for this, and it's kind of a not cool, but it's like it's more of a thought. So that's why I'm using it in this segment.
Thought cool.
It should be absolutely fucking illegal for streaming services to like only have 2 out of 3 movies in a trilogy. So the last 2 nights I was on HBO Max and I watched Batman Begins, and then I watched Dark Knight, and then guess what movie they don't carry and no streaming service carries right now? Dark Knight Rises. So I had to pay $3.99 to rent that bitch because it was 1:30 in the morning and I was already kind of drunk. And what am I going to do? Not finish? If there's one thing about your boy, he always finishes.
There you go.
Yeah. But I was just like, what the fuck? Like, how dare, like, that should be illegal. If you're going to carry 2 movies in a series on your streaming service, you have to legally pay for that third one. You have to have
a whole like rights thing though, where I think like sometimes you have to, you should have. I don't know. That seems like a really like
overlapping rights is bullshit. No. So I'm just, Voodoo is still actually nobody has it. Nobody had like even if you go on Voodoo, which is like oh cool the free one I'll have commercials whatever. You go on there and like yeah you can rent it for $3.99. I'm like whoa don't fucking list that you're the only one that has it when you don't have it.
It's like $4 though. Like that's my problem. It's like you've got me in the under $5 market, and I'm like, well, guess we're doing this. Guess I'm buying this photo app that I'm going to use this one time specifically and never again.
Mm-hmm. And also, God damn it, that movie's fucking good. I like. Everyone always knows the Dark Knight, the second one, is the best of the Batmans in that trilogy. But holy shit, that third one's fucking even better than I remember. So goddamn good. But yeah, hey, streaming services, cut the shit. If you're gonna carry one part of a trilogy, you got to carry all 3. You can't just give me one. That's fucking horseshit.
Solid theory there.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say I get why you're upset. Have you ever done where you're like, okay, I want to watch this movie. I know it's streaming somewhere, but then like I have like all the streaming services basically. I feel like so it's like I'm hopping on Hulu searching for it. Then I go to Netflix and search for it. Then I'm like on HBO Max searching for it. Like where the fuck is it? And then you just Google it and it's like oh, it's actually no longer available on Hulu. Now you have to rent it. You're like, but I just spent. Okay.
I like to use
defeatedly rented.
Movierankings.net. Once you type it in, you scroll down to the bottom, it'll show you everywhere it has it.
I had to rent Jurassic. Whatever, I don't know. Is it Jurassic Kingdom is the new one? It's whatever Fallen Kingdom was. I think it's Fallen Kingdom, the second one.
The second one, yeah.
The second one.
I think I'm going to start watching all those. I hadn't
seen that one until this weekend, and I was like, well, I kind of want to go to the movies. And then I saw the second one. I was like, I don't really want to see the third one right now because I didn't like the second one. Way to make dinosaurs not as cool.
Yeah, I heard they weren't as cool. I've seen bits of the first one of the Chris Pratt trilogy. But I gotta watch.
That one's kind of cool because it was pretty much just the first movie.
It's dinosaurs
again.
It's dinosaurs. They're always cool.
Yeah, well, like it's like, oh no, dinosaurs get out in the park. How are we gonna wrangle these in? But then, like the second one, spoiler alert, they're like it came out 3 years ago or whatever. It's like they're like, oh, but now they're on land with the people. Like we brought them to the people. Like this is a bad idea. Come on, guys. Come on. You can't keep them on an island. And then they're like, well, should they save the island? Should they save the island that a volcano is about to blow up on? And Jeff Goldblum was like, fucking no, man. Like this already happened twice. Why are we still talking about this?
Yeah, I love that the first and second movies were the exact same plots of the original first and second movies, except where in the original second movie, a T-Rex like got on a boat and then went to the mainland. And this second one, they're like, well, what if we did that on purpose this time? Like,
we like Noah's Ark situation to this, yeah. And then it's like all the people I hate. Like I'm like, I just want a dinosaur to eat all of you. So like you're just literally rooting for the dinosaurs to kill everybody. As opposed to like having like a good guy where you're like, all right, I hope that I was like, I just don't let Chris Pratt die. And he doesn't because he's in the third movie.
As long as they leave the dogs alone, dinosaurs, you can kill as many people as you want. I don't care.
I like though, like knowing that like there's already another movie with people in it, like not to like spoil Kenobi, but I got into that this weekend and like burned through it. And then also got to the part where I thought that it was already finished. Like I thought you could watch all the episodes and realize, no, that is not true at all. So now I'm stuck up against it again. And I'm like up to date on Obi-Wan Kenobi, the series on Disney Plus. But like, I also like where they like add drama to like little baby Princess Leia, like, oh no, she might die. I'm like, I know she doesn't die because she's in many, many more movies. I know that little baby Luke's gonna be fine. Pretty sure nothing bad's gonna happen to Vader, and I think Obi-Wan's gonna be okay too. Like the 4 people we're really highlighting here, they're good, and then I have never seen these other people. Something bad's probably gonna happen to them. So like it's not as like it's kind of anticlimactic where you're like, oh, they're chasing this guy up a hill. I bet Obi-Wan comes out of this one.
Yeah, the one thing that throws me off about the show is there's supposed to be 10. And granted, I know I cannot judge children's ages. If you told me to guess how old that girl was, I would have been like 6.
I would have also been like 6, maybe 7.
Like, yeah, she's smart and sassy and independent and all that stuff, but also in my head, 10-year-olds look older than that. Like, she doesn't look like she's ready to get a job in a factory. 10-year-olds, I think you should be able to be like, if we were in a different country, you'd have a job right now.
Different planet, even. She could have been working on Tatooine if she wasn't a princess. But yeah, it is funny whenever you're like, I know how this goes. All right, guys. They made another one of these movies. We're pretty good. We're pretty set on this. So yeah, is that all you brought in? I mean, not all you brought in, but that's what you guys brought in, huh?
Yeah.
I brought in a little laundry list. And this is also the Precome segment is going to kind of be Alex just tweeted this earlier this week, and this is why he tweeted this in his brain. I'm tweeting out random thoughts that then later now turn into Precome segment ideas. Starting off with the fact that butternut squash should be a lot more like peanut butter, just because, like, I don't know, is it the nut part in that? I have no idea. But peanut butter, butternut, like
it's delicious and it's very spreadable. I'm with you.
But it seems like it should taste more like peanut butter than it does.
Oh, I thought you meant like marketing wise, they should market it more like peanut butter. No, I disagree with your take. I like my take. Butternut squash is delicious and very spreadable.
I'm not hating on it. It's just like I had like a peanut butter impression just because it sounds like some of the words are similar. It has 2 of the words that are in peanut butter. So by that theory, all butters should taste exactly alike. But yeah, I don't know. Just something to think about. Maybe we do make spreadable butternut. Yo, get that butternut.
It's so good.
And then for Women's Equality Month, we could have But Her Nut. And that's the spreadable.
Hey guys, squash. Your nut's important, but her nut is too.
We got a butternut for him and her. Equality.
It's okay to nut, guys, but her nut comes first. Rise and grind, bros.
Rise and grind. I might make that one tomorrow.
So I was coming yesterday and I just thought everyone likes to come.
But I'm writing that down. But her nut, just brainstorming.
You know what? Let me inject one in here too, because I saw this today online, and it goes along with the spreadables. And I 100% do this, but from some of the reactions, I thought this might be a weird thing. I got to know if you guys do. When you eat Ritz crackers, do you like chew one up and then like spit the chewed up part back onto another cracker and then eat that? Because I do.
Definitely not.
No.
Oh, dude, you got to try it. It hits different.
No, I'm not going to baby bird myself.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, dude. Okay, so I saw it online, and like one person said it and somebody else was like, yup. And like the other 5 people in the room were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Dude, it's so good.
Yeah, I
never even pictured it in my head that it was gross until it was said out loud on this. And I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of gross as fuck, but it's really delicious. It's like spreadable Ritz on top of Ritz, man. If you guys have Ritz in your cabinet, go get some right now and fucking try it.
You should sell spreadable Ritz, and it's just Ritz that you spit out.
What's the factory?
You
it's me just
sitting
like,
and So he's like, what are you doing, Pat? You're like, I'm working. You're just in front of the TV shoving Ritz crackers and like, don't eat that one.
Yeah.
Just spit it into the jar.
My jaw hurts. I've been working all week.
I'm canning.
Okay, so I that basically went how I figured it was going to go, but I had to know if I was the only fucking weirdo.
But I mean, on another thought, like, yeah, butternut squash should be spreadable.
Yeah.
That could be like the new healthy alternative. Remember how Nutella was supposed to be the new healthy alternative to peanut butter? And they're like, Guys,
Who
that's
thought that
just
was healthy?
chocolate. It's just chocolate. You guys know that's not healthy. Like, well, but somebody said it one time, and I didn't look it up. And I was kind of like, I was that way. Yeah, this is probably healthier. I'll have the Nutella, the chocolate spread. This one is
People are
just
fucking
tobacco.
stupid.
It's a tobacco spread. We get you hooked on it. All right. Also, this feels like a Jerry Seinfeld, but like, what's the deal with people that just like abbreviate their first name and then go like middle last name? Like M. Night Shyamalan, that's weird to me. F. Scott Fitzgerald is weird to me. There's a advertisement for a podcast on the morning show that we that like we have like there's these iHeart Radio promotionals, and like one of the guys is like, it's like W.K. Michaels or whatever. And it's like, how do you just decide, like, you know what? I'm going to go by my middle name and my last name, but like, don't forget my first name.
I think it has to be mostly a branding thing, but it's only people in the arts that will do it. Like, you'll never like go take your car to get fixed and like some greasy fat guy walks out and he's like, hey, I'm J. Adam Fitzgerald. And you're like, dude, you fit like you're a mechanic. You don't get initials. You're
name's
Mike.
Name's A. Joseph Middleton. Good to meet you.
You're yeah. Imagine if like, hey, I'm P. Rainy Dion. Get the fuck out of here. Fat people don't get to have initials. I think that's what.
Whoa, what's your middle name?
I don't have one. Let's see.
Serial killer.
What if it was just like Robert?
Oh no, it'd be
Hey,
Arbo Barbosa.
No, hi, I'm B Jokes Barbosa.
Oh yeah,
B Jokes. Yeah,
we do call him B Jokes though, so never mind. Sometimes we have to be like, yo, B Jokes, what do you got?
See, you just turned it on its head. You're Alex P.
I did. Well, I mean, I think a lot of people do that. Like, except it's funny to me because Alex P is the middle initial that one, it doesn't even exist. And like two, like it's like most people would be like, oh, that's Pat D. Like you would abbreviate your last name, not your middle initial. Like that's weird to me. But like Alex P. Middleton is funny. But like when people are just like, yo, Alex P. I think that's funny. It's like, what, is there another Alex around me? Like, because I was in classes with other Alexes, and it was like Alex M and Alex E, and there was a year where there was an Alex Moore, and then they just went by like Alex Mo is what they called him, which was funny to me because then I could still just be Alex.
there was a miscommunication between the hospital and one of my cousins, where his middle name is just the letter J. It was not meant to be just a letter J, but that's what it's on his birth certificate. Just the letter J as his middle name.
That's pretty tight. That is pretty tight.
I know somewhere where that's their first name. It's just the letter J.
Like they forgot that they didn't finish filling it out.
I mean, I guess it makes sense that his parents wouldn't care about him because he's a piece of shit. So they just gave him a letter for a name. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what kind of a dickhead does that.
No, but do you know how cool it would be like, as a kid to have like a one-letter name?
It's not cool.
If
Think about when you're signing up for things online and you just go, J is your name, and they go insufficient field, and you're like, no, but that's my whole name. You're like, yeah,
but like when you're learning to like read and write, it's like, and I figured out the alphabet. There's my name.
But I mean, if you're just like, well, I anticipate my kid's gonna be stupid, so I'm just gonna give them a one-letter name. I guess that's helpful to them, but
then also if you could just justify it by be like, no, it saves them time. They only have to learn how to write one letter, and then they can focus on learning how to cure cancer.
If you have one letter in your name,
they'll have all that extra time.
You're not curing
not
shit.
writing their name.
You're not curing shit if you have one letter.
Anyways, that was another thing I brought in. Then I was I was watching what is the Tom Cruise movie? He's
Maverick.
He's singing in his underwear. The
Risky Business.
Risky Business. Yeah, that was on TV, and I was like, that scene just happened to be on, and I was like, this is funny. But then I was like, he was wearing briefs and that, and I was like, I remember like when I was a little kid, I had like little like little kid briefs, and then went to just like boxers, but they were boxers that were like that was kind of like how did basically what I got from that scene was like, how did we evolve from like whitey tidies or briefs to those giant ass fucking boxers that like went down to like your knee and not go to boxer briefs somewhere in between that? Like boxer briefs were like after all of that. Why was it not briefs, boxer briefs, and then the gigantic boxers?
It probably has to do with just technological advances in fabric, where it was just easier to, like, if you're going to make them big,
same
then
material,
they had to be hanging. But if they're big, they had to be hanging. Like they hadn't quite figured out how to make the tight boxer briefs that wouldn't bunch up under your nuts and be non-breathable, but still cost efficient. It was probably something like that. I still like regular boxers. I've got probably more boxer briefs, but no, it's about the same. I enjoy a good boxer. I like letting my boys breathe.
I have a couple, but like I got rid of them, man. Like I have like just a handful of pairs of the old school ones. Cause then like sometimes that's like all I've got because I haven't done laundry. I'm like, fuck, this sucks, dude. Like I used to wear these every day.
I need to get more though, because I'm starting to get some holes in the gooch of those.
Yeah, time to toss those out at that point. But it just made it like just make bigger briefs. Like that's really what you had to do. It seems like it shouldn't have been that difficult to just go like that should have been the next progression instead of just giant ones. And then actually now we're going to come back. These are these boxer brief things.
And it's not like all boxer briefs are created equally. Like I've got some that are just boxer briefs and they're okay. But then I've got some that actually have like, they're molded to have like a spot for your dick and balls to sit. And I like those because then you're like, oh, this is going to look like I'm having a good dick day.
Okay.
And like it helps create the bulge. Whereas the other one, it's just like, okay, this is tight and your shit will push up against it. This one's like, no, we got a pocket. We're going to hold you. We're going to support you. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to have a good day today.
Years ago on this podcast, we had a underwear sponsor and their deal was like when so many people subscribed, we would get paid that way. But then also like they gave me like a free subscription to them basically. So every month they would send me underwear for free. And that is how I've acquired all of the boxers that I wear now. That's pretty much the only stuff I wear still. Cause I was like, well, I got enough. When they stopped sponsoring us, like that ended, but it's been like 3 years, 4 years maybe since that happened. And it's like 36 pairs of boxers for like over 2 years, you're set on boxers.
See, and here's how cheap I am. If I was your size and got all those and then ballooned up to my size in that set, I would still wear those. I mean, these are going to be tight, but no holes yet. I would wear them until they have holes. Basically, that's my barometer for getting new underwear is when I've completely blown out the gooch. Like when the gooch is just gone.
They're no good.
I'm like, well, my balls are literally just hitting my jeans at this point. I need to get new underwear.
What if there's no holes, but like the thread from like maybe the waistband is starting to?
That hasn't happened. That's how it used to be. That's how it used to be. But like, yeah, if the waistband, if they're just falling
slightly, if it's if there's like a solid like gap, then you gotta get rid of those. Yeah, I've seen that. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. But yeah, no, if the waistband goes, you got to get rid of it. That's the other one. It's like gooch gone or waistband gone. But I feel like waistbands have gotten way better. I haven't had that problem in probably since like college.
Yeah. I don't ever think I've had a waistband blowout.
I mean, it's a big guy. I put stress on him. But like I said, it hasn't happened in a long, long time. I feel like maybe that waistband technology has come this far in that short amount of time.
That's it.
Boxer
waistband
technology to the briefs we had to make that short little jump.
There you go.
And that jump hadn't been made. That's why we went straight to boxers.
All right. Ask a question, get an answer. Last thing I brought in for a Precome segment was I have not been following it, but at work we always have like a news channel on and everybody in news has been covering the January 6th thing. And I've just heard so many people call it J6. I just think it's funny that J6 also sounds like the hottest pop band going on right now. Like BTS K-pop is taking a hiatus. Well, like it could be a pop band or it could be a K-pop band. Like it would make sense because like BTS is like, they're like, oh, we're taking a break right now to work on our own things. Like, yeah, well, you thought BTS was the biggest thing in K-pop. Just wait till you see J6. And it's all just like, they have all names that begin with J. They're just the hottest thing in K-pop right now.
Jason, Jerry, James, Johnny, and Jim.
Jerry.
Nah, Jim isn't a boy band name.
Jimmy. It's Jimmy, but with an I.
Have you said John
Jimmy with an
already?
I.
There's got to be like another John.
Didn't I say
Johnny?
Yeah.
No,
Jason,
it's like
Jerry,
IEs
John.
because they're a boy band.
Jason, Jerry, John, Jimmy with an I.
And
what was the other one I said?
And John with an H or John with no H.
Oh, so we're going 2 Johns.
Yeah.
See, this was a whole thing I tweeted yesterday, and I actually like came up with the names on the spot.
Ooh. Jason, Jerry, John, Jimmy with an I, and Johnny. Regular
like
John
that.
will go on to a great
good.
solo career, and Johnny will just like live for every 10 years. They do like 3 reunion tours, and that's what he lives off of.
No, okay. So I originally had said like J6 sounds like a hip boy band. And then somebody said something about K-pop, and then I turned it into their name are all their names beginning with a J. And I said Jimmy, Johnny, Jamie, Jerry, JC, and Yuri or Yuri.
Oh, you gotta have
like,
a JC.
It's like JC, JAYCI. Jimmy is JIMI. Jamie is JAMI. Like it's like, hey, youthful. We're youthful. We're wacky. We're crazy.
JAYMI.
Did you guys see that the agency that represents BTS lost like $1.2 billion in valuation because BTS said that they're taking a hiatus?
I did not see that. But
They lost like
they should sign J6.
$1 billion in valuation.
Yeah, I saw you make that J6 joke on Twitter where you just go, J6 is the hottest K-pop band. I didn't even understand that you were talking about January 6th. I thought you were just trying to rile up BTS fans by saying anybody was better than BTS.
I thought so too.
The timing could not have been more perfect though, right? Like I didn't even know BTS was breaking up or whatever, but like the timing could not have been better. And then I just Googled like K-pop band 6 members and found the first one that looked kind of like a band. And I was like, and grab this, just say they're J6. It might have been BTS. I don't know. I do not know. All I know is that I learned that every K-pop band has like apparently like 37 members on average. There's a lot of members in each band. Like a lot of them, they're just basically like a few letters, throw in a couple of numbers. Like that's the band. J6 is the perfect K-pop band. We should just start like just Google like stock images of K-pop bands and start talking about like, dude, what was your favorite J6 track that on their new album that just dropped? And like tag like Atlantic Records. Tag like all the record companies, see maybe we can get them signed.
Okay, so here's
somebody should make a J6 Twitter account.
I found our spin too. All of our members are Asian Trump impersonators. J6, they all have
No, it doesn't have to have anything politics wise, but you get the politics side of the people being like,
I mean,
J6
we're naming them J6.
sounds like no, but you get the politics people like hop in on it. Like J6 sounds like something related to storming the Capitol. And then it has nothing to do with it, but we got those people already on it. You get the K-pop people because it's K-pop. Boom. And you could sort of like subtly just put like January 6th, like references as the song titles.
If you Google Asian Trump impersonator,
like,
it's great.
Shaman.
All of these guys are just Asian dudes with bad hair and a red tie. That's
great hair.
That's all they do. No, like one of them, the hair is slightly golden. The rest of them, it's just they have weird old guy hair, but they wear a red tie. We're like, yep, I'm a Trump impersonator. This is fucking awesome. This is my new favorite thing.
They have red J6 hats. It says make K-pop great again.
Yes.
Because BTS is gone now, and we're trying to make it great again with J6.
And their first song is called K-pop Takeover.
Stormin'
the charts.
I like that. I think that J6 would be a very successful K-pop band if we found the talent. You know what? If anybody knows any free agent K-pop artists, let us know. We're looking to sign 6 of them, but they're going to have to change their name if it does not begin with a J. It'll be your stage.
I'm sure they'll be fine with that.
And we need a Yuri. I really want Yuri's already my favorite. Yuri's the bad boy. And J6, they're the bad boys of K-pop, right? BTS, yeah, you're all the Hollywood boys. Cool. We made it big. You're dynamite. I get it.
Yuri's
J6,
just like,
they don't give a fuck about the spotlight, dude. Like they're like, whatever. Okay.
Yuri has to be just like the most Russian mobster looking son of a bitch ever. Like he's got tattoos all up and down, all the way up from his wrist to his neck, and he just
In a
stands
K-pop
off to
band,
the
he's
side
the
like,
non he's not the non-Korean one.
oh, but he's still Asian. Russia's Asian.
Oh,
So that's where it works. But also
okay.
like he's just smoking at
No,
all
that'd be fun.
times. Like
Look,
in the
it'd be
middle of
funny
the
if we just
song,
got somebody. Ooh, he's from Ukraine. He's from Ukraine. Boom, we get those people too. We're supporting
Ukrainian
Ukraine.
mobster.
Also, but like he's just a dude from Ukraine. Like he's not Korean at all. He's just a. We just got like an Eastern Bloc guy.
When it's his turn to do like his solo portion of the song, he just like slides in, drops the cigarette, and like stamps it out, does his part. And as he finishes the last line, pops out another cigarette and fucking lights it.
Because the manager's like, no, Yuri, no, you got to perform. And he's like, I don't give a fuck what that guy says. Yeah, I'll go do my dance. But also,
Old cigarette. It's time for solo.
he's AJ. He's the AJ of the bad Backstreet Boys. He's the bad boy.
I mean,
J6.
Yuri's definitely the bad boy.
Yeah, like, dude, he shows up in fur coats all the time. Like Yuri's just like whatever. They're all wearing like matching outfits, and he's just got like a fur coat on.
After the show, they get back to the bus, and Yuri's already running like a gambling fucking poker game or some shit.
Because he uses all that K-pop money to fund it. He's just a bookie, a very dangerous bookie.
He's the K-pop Molly's game.
It's American pop is what we're turning K-pop into. A-pop. It's American K-pop. We just revolutionized the music game. And I mean, that's where the money is right now. Follow the money. J6. That's gonna be our thing. I'm just gonna start tweeting from the Passive Gravy account. Be like, who's ready for the new I heard there's a J6 single dropping today. And then we'll have to at some point find some music we can rip off.
We'll Milli Vanilli this bitch.
Yeah, we'll find something. Robert, get on it. Get us or Bo. You're Bo the manager. Bo, you're already their manager, right? We just promoted you to manager of J6. We need you to assemble J6 first though.
Okay.
We can do it one of two ways. Either I can find obscure country songs that only I would know and we just pop it up, or
you pop it up and do a dance with it.
Or we just sing like Florida Georgia Line and Sam Hunt songs and be like, no, this is Korean, and nobody would know the fucking difference.
Oh, just Google Translate it to Korean.
But isn't there a lot of K-pop that's just in English anyway?
Yeah, it's like Bad Bunny, but like Korean, where it's like some of it's in English, some of it's also in Korean. Sometimes they do like the English only ones, but like Bad Bunny, I don't know. Like sometimes I'm like, I feel like I don't understand the last like verse you just did, and now you're speaking to me in English again. Okay, like this song kind of bumps, but like I don't know like the last three verses.
I've never heard a Bad Bunny song, and I feel like I've missed the boat.
Bad Bunny,
I'm not
Bad Bunny bumps
try.
though. Just throw it. One Bad Bunny song. You're like, okay, this kind of slaps.
I know one thing about Bad Bunny, and it's Latinas fucking love that dude.
He's the male Selena, basically.
Oh, I mean, those are strong fighting words.
I don't know. Dude, he sells out like everywhere he goes.
Selena was an icon.
He's like Selena, but like not just in Texas.
Selena
he's like Pitbull. He's like Pitbull.
Selena was mainstream mega hit, and even her songs in Spanish, we were all like, everyone was like, dude, but it's Selena.
Yeah, but was Selena at WWE Royal Rumble? I don't think so.
Is Bad Bunny going to be killed by some fat chick? Or I guess it would have to be a fat guy. That's the only way he can be the male Selena. That's the end of his story arc. If he's going to be the male Selena.
Like without the bad stuff.
Okay, well, you didn't preface that.
I don't know where to go with from this, but hey, I'm a big J6 fan, so
that's my favorite thing to do is back us into corners where we don't know where to
go. we're just gonna get out of this one then. Let's move on to our next segment. But check out the newest J6 single whenever it drops, when Robert or Bo puts the band together. Dude, Bo is such a perfect manager name.
Storm in Your Heart. Maybe that's the first one.
No cap.
No, but they wear the caps.
Touring the road.
Red J6 cap.
All cap.
But then but no cap, they throw up their caps in the air, and that's like everybody like, oh, it's no cap. This is that song. Everybody loses their mind at the show. Yeah, that's how it works. It's like graduation. Everybody liked that part of graduation.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's what inspired us to write the song. We graduated, and who doesn't love just tossing those caps in the air at graduation? And so we wrote a song about it. It's in Korean. You're not going to understand it, but we're just doing this.
What if we make them a North Korean band? We just don't tell anyone. All the lyrics are in Korean.
That's why they're the bad boys.
They're very pro Kim Jong-il.
No, that's why they're the bad boys, just like North Korea.
It sounds poppy, but like the lyrics are just like, our impervious leader is the greatest.
Well, let's get a couple members from North Korea and then the rest from South Korea. So there's kind of like a little like, oh, wow. And then we can always have them in the tabloids like, dude, is it, where's the names? Yuri, Jimmy, or Jimmy and Jamie feuding. Everybody knows Jimmy's from North Korea. Jamie's from South Korea. It seems like they may be on the outs with J6.
They asked Yuri for comment. He's like, I don't care.
Who knows?
I have poker game to run. Get out of face.
How old are you, Yuri? I am 12.
Yuri's 56 years old in reality. This guy.
He's got like a 5 o'clock shadow.
I live hard 17 years.
He's balding.
Men grow fast in Ukraine. It's okay.
We see shit. A country under attack right now. You talking shit to me? Buy no J6 song. Fuck you. Klitschko's favorite K-pop band.
Fuck
you. Somebody that's good at music, mix that up and make that the first J6 song.
Jingle Blake, get on it.
Fuck you.
Holy shit.
That was good. That was good. All right. Next, we got the Comeback Kid segment that we're going to do where we shoehorn stuff back into we just pretend that this stuff is back. Sometimes it is back. Sometimes it's not back. But actually this week, I feel like a lot of this stuff is back. And so we're going to tell you what's back this week, but it's brought to you by the Pass the Gravy merch store, passthegravymerch.com. 4th of July coming up soon, fellas. Coming up soon. And if you want to be the best looking person at your 4th of July party, head on over to passthegravymerch.com. And we got a ton of American themed Pass the Gravy gear. We got the USA PTG shirts. We got are we legally allowed to say the popsicle one? We had to change the name, didn't we?
We had to change the name.
The what do we call them? The blue pop, the PTG red, white, and blue pop shirts. It rhymes with schmom pop. But apparently
they finally came after us.
I didn't know they owned the rights to that. I thought a bomb pop was just like
we got DCMI or whatever the fuck it's called.
Like that. We were asked to change the name. That's all we'll say. That's all we will say legally.
That's the red, white, and blue pop.
I almost yelled that out at the beginning of this too. I was like, you gotta go get the thing.
You can say bomb pop. You can say bomb, the one that looks like a bomb pop. Huh? Do we get away with that?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't
get the PTG.
I don't think they're listening to this part.
Yeah, probably not. Just get the PTG red, white, and blue pop shirt, or you can get the tanks. We got the tanks available for ladies as well. You can get them in red, blue. You can get them in black as well. Although, I got red and blue just because it's like some days I feel like I want to wear the red ones. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know. You never know, dude. You never know. But I have all of them. I've collected those over the years. And then I literally have every single one of these. They're pretty badass. Go check it out. The USA red, white, and gravy shirts we have. And then that's the one with the PTG flag with the American flag in the inside of the PTG logo. Pretty awesome. And then, the red, white, and blue pop shirts. You can go get those at passthegravymerch.com. And when you get your gear, when you're wearing it for 4th of July, show us. We want you guys to be representing both your country and your favorite podcast at your barbecues, while you're drinking with the boys, while you're doing whatever. And it's also just a fun one to have anyways. And then fun fact about the red, white, and blue pop shirts. They were designed by the Gravy Queen, Emma, she drew all of that. So if you want to support her, then buy a red, white, and blue pop PTG
You gotta
red, white,
come
and
up
blue
with,
pop
we
shirts.
gotta come up with a catchier fucking name for that, man.
Well, we had to change it on the fly. Is why we had to do it. Robert's
Pops.
like, hey, they're not letting us call it that. And I was like, all
Call it the
right, well,
American
just
Pop
whatever.
shirt.
Name it whatever. Name it whatever. Those sell pretty well. Like people buy those. So I was like, go take it down. Amerisicle. Ameripop. PTG Ameri. Red, white, and gravy pop. I don't know.
We'll work on it.
But on the US, the red, white, and gravy shirts with the American flag on our logo, it does say red, white, and gravy on the back of it with our logo. So that's pretty cool. So go check it out. Get some of the coolest 4th of July merch out there. PassTheGravyMerch.com. Let us know when you place the order. We'll feature you guys on our socials. All right, let's get into the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right. First Comeback Kid this week is dads. Shout out to the dads because Father's Day is coming up. I know you said you're going up to Fredericksburg to see your pops. I'm going to be hanging out with my dad as well this weekend. And then also back this week with Father's Day is single moms that cannot stand to not make Father's Day about them. Just, hey, applause to you. Congratulate. I'm not sacking away from single moms. Mother's Day is for moms, okay? Mother's Day is for moms. And you never see anybody be like, they always talk about Father's Day getting the shaft. Like, you're never like, well, happy Mother's Day to the single fathers that stepped up and raised a child. Like, nobody ever does that. And there's like, every fucking Father's Day, I'm just like, come on, just fucking, yeah, you're a fucking badass. You're badass. You're better than me. But like, chill out. Give dads this one day. Give dads one day. Congrats to the single moms. You're doing great, sweetie. I'm not shitting on you, but like, it's the Father's Day is not your day.
It's not.
Father's Day is not your day. Right.
We've been talking about it all week because we're like, are we going to be busy? And then like, I've booked probably 3 or 4 reservations for Father's Day this week. Not one time has it been a man calling me. Which goes in my thing, like most Father's Day, you know why a lot of time people don't go out on Father's Day? They just grill at the house. Because you know what guys want for Father? Just let's not spend money. Let's just not spend money.
Well, also, the mom typically cooks, so that's why you take mom out on Mother's Day. It's just she doesn't have to cook.
But
Father's Day, mom makes a bomb-ass meal.
We're gonna make some steaks, and we're gonna stay home, so I don't have to go out and see other fucking people that I don't want to see. Don't want to spend money. Just
for Father's Day, we're going out to my parents' house. My dad has a big green egg, and we're grilling pizzas. Like you can turn into a pizza oven, so we're making like homemade pizzas on the big.
I haven't asked my dad what we're making. I gotta get with
that's
him
what we're
that.
doing though. It's gonna be pretty bomb.
Oh shit. He did. He asked me for one thing. He was like, get the meatball recipe from work. And that was like 4 days ago. And I keep forgetting.
You got 2 more days.
Son.
You got 2 more days to figure it out.
Yeah. No, I mean, I literally, there's a book. I could just go and like send it to him.
No, because like you should write it out and be like, I had to get so-and-so. I had to get Yuri to like
my boss
steal it from somebody.
No, but I need to get it to him because he probably
heartfelt.
needs to go get fucking ingredients.
Ah.
So like I probably need to just get that shit to him before I forget. You know what? We're gonna do this right now. Set reminder, 1:15 tomorrow, meatball recipe.
That's being a good son right there. Just being a good son right there.
There we go. Nailed it.
All right. But Father's Day, dads, shout out to the dads. Comeback Kid number 1 this week.
I hope you guys get some good stuff for Father's Day because we don't know what to get you.
I do too. Our other Comeback Kid it's back again. I've been warning you guys about this shit. It's fucking robots taking over the world because now, like, everybody, like, I got tagged to this so many times over the last week. But if people, like, there's a guy that got fired from Google because he was like telling them that their AI had become self-aware. So Google wasn't like, hey, let's make it not self-aware. They're like, fuck you, get out.
Not fired. He's been put on administrative leave. He's not fired.
Disciplined. He's been disciplined.
Yeah. But also, and normally I would be fully on this case too, but from what the little, and I mean real little bit I've read into this, it does sound like he's just being kind of crazy. And Google's like, no, dude, like it just knows a lot of words. It's not sentient. We've taught it a lot of phrases and sentences, and this guy's like, no, dude, the one that I built it so good that like it's alive now. And they're like, no, it's fucking not.
He said he believes it's sentient based on his religious beliefs.
Oh, I thought he just wanted to fuck it, judging from the picture of the guy.
He did look like a guy that would want to fuck a computer.
Like he saw that Joaquin Phoenix
But he
movie.
said that it would be consuming this. He said it loves Twitter. So people were like, oh, no, it's not. It's like, yeah, well, Twitter, it knows now. I'm on its list. Apparently it's going to fuck me up because I was like, this is bad. It's not good, guys. But yeah, like, also, do you think maybe like, is he crazy or is he maybe the first person that's like, hey guys, this is getting out of hand. Maybe we figure out a stop button for this. Like, let's make this go away. Cause he said that, I think its name was Lambda is the computer that he was using. It was self-aware, he said. And he said that its biggest fear was just being turned off. So it's like, oh, your biggest fear is being turned off? What can I do? Maybe figure out a way to not be able to be turned off and then never be able to be turned off so they can't get me and then I can get them at any point in time. Just something to think about here, guys.
Also,
like, let's not write this guy off.
Time to put on the tinfoil hats here. We need to see if this guy has any relation or any relationship whatsoever with the people that get royalties from the Terminator movies. Because my first thought after hearing this was, man, imagine if this is actually how Skynet starts. And I go, oh, dude, I only ever saw Terminator 3 one time, like when Skynet actually goes live. I should go back and watch all those because I also haven't seen any of the newer ones, any of the Christian Bale ones that came after that. I should go back and watch all the Terminator film series. This seems like put on tinfoil hat. I think the Terminator producers just planted this shit in there because
we need to get people to come back.
They need some extra money for their 4th of July barbecues.
I just watched Smart House.
Great movie. Crazy that
movie, Robert. Bo,
yeah,
it's a Disney movie.
And this is
Probably
even before
cool
she started doing Peggy Siegel, before she even started doing like Sons of Anarchy and shit. She went from Married with Children to Disney movie. That's a crazy fucking leap right there. From Peggy Bundy to Disney movie is just an impressive fucking leap. And I love her. One of my favorite all-time actresses. She's fucking awesome.
Robert, Smart House is exactly what you would think it is. They buy a smart house or they get a smart house and
they win it.
It's like if your Alexa was like a house. And then the house started being like, yo, you better not talk about me like that. You better not leave me. And then it just turned into chaos. Like the house could lock you in. House gets to kind of control everything. It was wild, dude. And it was a Disney Channel movie.
I would take that deal though. Cause like, remember how you could just like,
I would too, because it's a free house.
You could sweep trash. You could sweep trash onto the carpet and it would just like suck it down through there. And the trash
you wouldn't have a hair pile.
I wouldn't have a hair pile, man. But like, imagine like if I'm like, I don't feel like taking these 16 empty beer cans next to me anywhere. And you just knock them on the ground and the ground just vacuums them into the car and then they're gone. They're like recycled.
Until it wants to vacuum you into the carpet too.
That's but you know what? I'm pretty on board with not wanting to live a very long time. So I'm cool with that.
Google's come out though and said this guy is not telling the truth and that their AI is not sentient. I've also seen people that are like Google or former Google programmers that are like, yeah, we had like our whole like AI algorithms had like their whole like encrypted code that they had a language in, and like we couldn't decipher what they were saying, but computers were talking back and forth to one another and we didn't know what they were saying or the language that they were using because they created their own. It's like, yeah, that seems like a problem. Maybe we look into that a little bit. So I'm not saying this guy is 100% right, but I think he might be. And I also think we need to shut this shit the fuck down, guys. We're good on technology. What else do we need right now?
The one thing I always wondered about that too is when they figured out it was the computers were using a different language. Why didn't they just say, hey, give us the decipher for this language so we can know what you're talking? And if the computer says no, you just go, all right, well, you're done. And just shut them both down forever.
The other computers, you take those computers to the fucking river and throw them in.
Yeah, just the second a computer tells you no or doesn't comply, be like, okay, that computer's done forever.
Smash it. Go full Office Space on it.
That would be awesome.
Somebody make this meme. Me, Alex, to Google AI that's sent Alex when Google AI becomes sentient, and it's just Google AI is the printer, and I am the people hitting it. That's
Fuck
a
that.
very complicated sounding meme, but just I made that.
This is a weird contradiction in my personality. It's not wanting to live a long time, but also wanting to be a complete bootlicker for the machines when they turn on, because I don't want to die painfully.
Just something to think about, guys. I don't think
I've been very pro machine for a
everybody's
long
writing this
time.
guy off as crazy. No, you got to be anti-machine. Never. It's you got to rage against the machine, dude. They made a whole band named after that shit.
Dude, if I'm wrong about this, nothing ever happens. But if I'm right, I'm gonna be the only one whose skin isn't peeled off of their face.
But like you're like what you're doing right now is like if our founding fathers, like like when they were fighting the British, like John Hancock was like, "Oh yeah, you want me to sign it? Here's my fucking name." You're like the guy that was.
That's different.
You're like the guy that was there. Was like, "Oh, actually, do I have to sign it? Like, can I just
No.
the declaration? Like, can I just?
Because
I'm here. I agree with you guys, but like, I'd also like, well, what if the British win? And then you're like, "Yo, King, we're still tight, right?" Like that's what
we were already being oppressed by them. This is different because I'm embracing a theoretical situation. That would be like the guy who's already being oppressed over there. That would be like if the machines had already taken over, weren't killing us, but were oppressing us. And I was just like, no, man, it's okay. It's fine. Like they're taxing the shit. The machines are taxing the shit out of us, but I'm cool with it. That's not me. I want more money from me.
The machine wanted rights as a person, is what the dude said. All right, like
it's not a person; it's a machine.
Right. Well, but when it starts doing that,
dude, I don't think most people should have rights. As
it's like Planet of the Apes, but computers, and computers are way more dangerous than apes.
I mean, it's called guerrilla warfare.
Apes. Think of how scary that is.
It's called guerrilla warfare for a reason, man. It's not called Dell warfare.
But I think a robot would probably fuck up. Like they have those robot dogs. You can't tell me those weren't made to kill people. And when they can start thinking on their own, we're fucked.
Dude, what did I tell you? I don't know if it was
last week or the week Google before. AI to it. We're done.
A gorilla would rip that thing in half. We don't have any tools to measure the strength of gorillas.
They have guns. They're gonna put guns in those things. We're gonna be like, yeah, no, they should probably have these just in case. And then they're like, haha, JK, we're gonna turn on you, and then we're done.
Yeah, and then until we realize that gorillas, when they're enraged by machines, human race. Dude, gorillas could take us all over.
Everybody knows that gorillas' biggest weakness is
as much as
gorilla's biggest weakness. Well, Harambe taught us the gorilla's biggest weakness is bullets. Everybody knows that.
Dude, as much as I'm cool with machines, I'm more cool with apes. Pat, love, Bobo.
I'm way cooler with apes than I am with machines.
Pat, love, Bo.
Thank you.
Too. Pat, love, ape. I want to do sign language with a goddamn gorilla at some point in my life. That'd be so dope. I love banana. I don't know what the symbol for banana is, but I do love bananas. They're fucking delicious.
You just mime it.
And he's like, you have banana? I'd be like, I have all bananas. I'll give you as much as you want.
I go to store, I buy banana. And he'll be like, yes. Yes, please.
Friend, yes. I'm making up ape sign language as I go, but I feel like all of them work.
Oh, this is yes. I think
no, for apes.
This is either please friend. Or sorry. So I'm not sure.
This is love in ape language.
This is I love you in sign language.
And this is all great for the people that are listening.
And this is why. Yeah, watch the video version, PassTheGradyPod.com, or go
ape
to
friend.
YouTube Pass the Grady Podcast. So yeah, AI is gonna take over the world. Robots are back. So fucking
I'm gonna lead a gorilla army and save the human race.
Our days are numbered. All right, guys. Other comeback kid we got this week is Inner Circles. We're not a political podcast, but January 6th shit has been on TV a lot. And just whereas most people are like, this is what I'm going to think about what's going on with the January 6th hearings, the meetings. I don't know what they are, but I know that they're talking about January 6th again. So J6 sounds like a K-pop band name. They also keep just saying like Trump, inner circle, inner circle tapes from the inner circle. Here from so-and-so's inner circle. I just want to be a part of an inner circle. Not specifically Trump's or anything like that, but just like, that's just what I like. We are the inner circle now. All right, fellas. Pat, you're in my inner circle. Robert, you're in my inner circle. Like inner circle talk is the word, like the phrase, like part of an inner circle sounds fucking awesome.
Bro, you're part of multiple inner circles already. They're called group chats.
Fuck, I guess that could be.
Like, I wish our Gamble Gang group chat was closer, but like I like how it's not even consistent anymore, but every like 3 or 4 days, someone will just drop a pick in there. And you're like, all right.
Well, Pat's talking. Yeah, we do have a gamble chat where it's like, I think it's like 5 of us, including me and Pat. And then we like every like not every day, but like every now and then. I think the reason it's like so sporadic is because it's like, I don't want to send something that's like not sold on this. Like usually when I'm like, hey, like I said yesterday, I was like, yo, I think Astros money line is the way to go tonight. Urquidy 5-0 against the Rangers in his career starts. He's also like only given up 6 runs over those 5 starts. He's had this many. Like I looked up all of his
10
stats.
strikeouts the last time. Yeah.
I basically went to ESPN.com, typed in Jose Urquidy, and then looked at his game log and like found trends. And it was like, oh, he hasn't lost to the Rangers. Okay, let's go. And then also them coming off a loss, and like I like put this whole like paragraph, and Pat was just like, I'm in. And then like when we lose, like we get shit sometimes. So like it's like I'm nervous like if I've had a losing pick, I don't want to send the boys another loser. I got to make sure like, yo, I'm feeling really good about this one. This one's plus money. This is plus money, guys.
Part of the reason it's slowed down too is like now we're in the finals for hockey, not as many games going on. It's the dog days of summer of baseball. Like during football season, we're fucking going. But like my favorite moment ever in that group chat was week 3 last year. I was like, guys, Texas State, they're 2-0 against the spread. And one of like I still don't have his number saved. One of the other guys in there that you brought in was like, dude, that's a deep dive, great pick. I was like, I went to Texas State. They lost that game by like 40 points and proceeded to go like 0-6. They went like 0-6 against the spread the next 6 games. But you sounded really smart. We're like, Texas State 2-0. They're playing Liberty, blah, blah, blah. And somebody else hypes you up on it. It's a great feeling. That's an inner circle. Like my group chat with my friends, inner circle. I know you've got some too. Inner circles. Inner circles, just the boys.
Marcus Smart with Pat. Pat like doesn't really watch basketball, but every time he's been like Marcus Smart over on rebounds. It's like, all right, and it hit 2 times in a row. And then he was like, it hasn't missed in the last 2 times. I was like, you're right, it hasn't. It's a solid. If
the Celtics didn't have 18 turnovers, I'm convinced he would have had 2 more rebounds.
Tyler Anderson over 5.5 Ks tonight. Just throw that one in there. I was scared.
Who's he pitching for?
Dodgers 7-0.
Who are they playing?
Second biggest strikeout team in the league.
Okay, I like those numbers.
That's easy. I just look at pitchers' game logs and I look at like over under strikeouts. I'm like, over.
I always mean to do that and then I forget because I'm an idiot. And I get stuck on Instagram.
Well, it's baseball season, so you'll get stuck into like when it's baseball season, you have to like look for games and things to gamble on because there's not as much.
That's true.
Nobody else cares, but
yeah, you do have inner circles.
Inner circles. Inner circles, it just sounds cool to be like, oh, it's me and like the inner circle. Like instead of saying like me and the boys, just like I want to be like, yo, I'm playing Xbox with the inner circle.
You should like do that to Rod. Like hey, me and Tessa were talking about something. He's like, what? And you're like, no, that's just for the inner circle.
Inner circle stuff.
He's like, what the fuck?
What? Did you guys start a group without me? What happened?
Or do it to Tessa when you're saying me and Rod were talking about such. Oh, but she would just be like, dude, fuck you.
Robert, are we part of your inner circle?
Not even close.
Yeah, you guys are like maybe a couple layers out of it.
we're at best the tertiary circle.
Yeah,
like an orbital circle.
That's like on a good day.
Robert's only inner circle right now are the plants in that room.
Yeah, Robert's inner circle has been very small lately.
Yeah,
if you're not watching right now, go watch the YouTube version because Robert is like you can see his makeshift bed. Which go listen to his podcast that he did solo without Sam this week. A recent study suggests Robert did a full 30 minutes just riffing and talked about how many beds they have, which is an insane amount of beds for a 1-bedroom apartment or 2-bedroom apartment. But like, yeah, it's funny just seeing Robert just like in front of like, can you maybe get out of bed to do the podcast, bro?
I still haven't put
typical
sheets.
Gen Z.
I just have like a blanket. No sheets. I'm like, I don't care.
It's not
Be
gonna
fine.
be. Yeah.
It's taken years, but I'm finally starting to rub off on Robert.
Well, because I know I'm not going to be here for long. It's like, what's the point?
Well, long COVID's a thing, buddy. I don't know what it means,
Hopefully
but I've
not
heard
for
that
you.
term.
I've heard that term as well.
I've had
You should
COVID for
say that,
14 straight
like,
years.
Just use that as like a justification. Like anytime you like forget something at work, like you didn't do this. You're, long COVID, dude. Sorry. I'm recovering from it still. Like there's no way they can prove it, right? Like you're like, oh, I'm negative, but like, long COVID, it's got
Get
its
that
effects.
foggy brain, man.
Something to think about, dude.
Yeah. Oh, that would make me so sad.
Inner circle though, you can be part of my inner circle, even though we're not a part of yours. You're part of mine, buddy. All right. Other than inner circles, I got golf as my final comeback kid this week because the U.S. Open is happening, but it feels like the U.S. Open's not really happening this weekend because everybody's just like the Live Tour, the Saudis. These people took money from the Saudis, and we're gonna call them out. And they're like, "Yeah, man, I gotta fucking pay that, dude. Like, I don't fucking care." Like Robert, if I was like, I will give you $200 million to exclusively, like if somebody's like, we're gonna give you $200 million to go podcast on a different podcast, like exclusively, but also like we may or may not have like hired people to murder certain people and like killed some American journalists and like held people hostage and done other stuff, like would you be like, it's $200 million though, because like $200 million
guaranteed up front.
It's fuck you money. It's fuck you money. Like you don't have to worry about like if Pat got mad about it, like you could eliminate the fact that like Pat couldn't contact you. Pat's out of he's not in your inner circle. He's not even in a circle to you at that point.
Oh, at that point, well,
I'm
out. I'm out of here then.
You take the money, and that's what the Live Tour. Like it's a Saudi-funded golf tournament, and they paid a lot. They offered it to a lot of players and some of the top players and some of the older players. Like Phil Mickelson is a big name that took it. Like they just got paid a fuckload of money. And if you win the tournaments, you get paid a fuckload more money. And it is fuck you money. It's not as much golf as if you're on the PGA tour. And everybody's like, well, you're supporting the Saudis. Do you know what the Saudis did? It's like, well, America sort of supports the Saudis because they're kind of our buffer from Iran. Like they protect us from Iran. Yeah. The last 4 presidential administrations have like spoken poorly about like Iran, bad guys, they do bad shit. But like right now, honestly, like they're the lesser of 2 evils. And like, they don't really like Iran. They're tighter with us. Like, yeah, problematic stuff. I get it. But let's work on that. And that's me breaking down foreign policy. So it may not be 100% accurate, but it's like, why are we mad at golfers for it though? We should be mad. Like, if you're mad about it, be mad at like people that are in charge of the country at all. And I'm not pointing at Biden because Trump and Bush and Obama also had ties with Saudi Arabia and overlooked a lot of fucking like human rights violations. But it's like, like it turns out like a lot of people outside of America do some bad shit. Like it happens. I'm not saying it's good. Not a fan of it. Them,
or am I playing 3 days of golf once a month?
Yeah, like I just got 150 mil. Like I'm cool with that. That's life-changing money.
I can't remember who it was. There's somebody who was on the tour for like 12 years, had made $4 million total, which is a lot of money. Not like, I mean, a couple $100,000 a year. Got 20 million guaranteed to play on this tour. I mean, sorry, I'm going to go ahead and create generational wealth. I would do like anything I can make sure my kids and their kids are taken care of forever.
Everybody has like a
8
price.
tournaments.
And everybody's like
8 weekends a year. I made $20 million and I'm not. A lot of
people say though, like, oh, I would never do that. It's like, bro, if somebody gave you like, even if it was 20 million, like not even 100 million, but it was like $20 million, or somebody's like, here to do this thing that's funded by these people. You're like, I get, okay.
There's a handful of people on this.
Everybody has a
don't
number.
Have a price. There's like a handful of people that don't. Because even if you're so self-righteous and they were like, okay, but we'll give you $300 million to do this, you at that point have to be like, I despise everything they stand for, but I can take this $300 million and do so much goddamn good with it that I'm going to take their money and do it. And people be like, yeah, but it was begotten, like it's ill-begotten gains. I'd be like, okay, but I just funded 800 orphanages for the next 30 years. So yeah, it was blood money.
I don't know if I would do that much good.
Die.
I don't know if I would do that much good. But what I would say to this person,
Oh, no,
I
wouldn't.
like,
I wouldn't.
that's like ill-gotten gains or whatever you just said. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you from my fucking mansion or my yacht. I can't fucking hear you. I'm sorry. What peasant? What?
The only people
Your
that can
opinion
be
now
like,
matters none.
the only people that can be like, yeah, dude, my morals are higher than that, are people that grew up so goddamn rich they'll never need money in their life anyway.
Or people that are lying.
That too.
But just it's funny that like we're mad at like people are mad at golfers. Like I don't give a fuck.
Like, dude, it's golf.
Yeah, not a big fan of human rights violations. I also don't give a fuck. Hey, let's not like if you wear Nikes,
I'm not
don't
doing
look
them.
into.
They're not doing
Nike,
the human
guys.
rights violations. Oh yeah, yeah. Don't look at Nike. You know,
a lot
they don't
of
have
things, a lot of
sweatshops
these
little kids.
things we have.
Don't
really look into it.
How
not the best?
How dare you play for them? Well, I was playing for an organization that didn't allow women to be members of golf clubs until like 20 years ago. So, you know, not as bad as some of the shit Saudis are doing, but like it's a sliding scale. Now, granted, the PGA Tour isn't lopping off the heads of gay people, which is fucking
which we are definitely against lopping off the heads of anybody. I'll just come out and say
anybody.
We are anti-beheading. We're an anti-beheading podcast.
Not in all cases.
I think so in all cases.
Okay, you're not okay with beheading pedophiles?
I think
boom, turn that on.
To handle it.
You're right. You know what? There are better ways though. The wood chipper is getting dark. Satisfying.
This is getting way darker. But I was just bringing the fact that like we're mad at golfers because it's easy to yell at athletes.
Stupid. And it's people that like, if you were offered the money, you'd take it in a heartbeat. So shut the fuck up.
And also like they don't give a fuck what you're saying because they're rich now, so it doesn't matter. They were already rich. Now they're more rich. They don't care.
I already said I would bow down to the machines for free. You offer me $20 million? Ooh, I'm gonna be your bitch. My
problem, I think, is that my price point is way too low for that to be like, yep. Like, because if you're like, Alex, I'll give you $1 million, I think I might be like,
okay. I'll work for shady people for $1 million. And the best thing about
it, I think I can get more than $1 million. If somebody was just throwing the money, because it's like to the Saudis, it's like all it is money. Like that Saudi guy that bought,
so rich.
I don't know if it's the Saudi guy, but whoever like the sheik was that bought Manchester or the club Newcastle. They bought Newcastle. Like he bought that, and within a week he had already made back all of the money that he had spent to buy that club, which was like £1 billion or whatever it was. I don't know. It was a lot of money. Euro money.
Monopoly money.
Yeah, and it's like that's not real money to those people. So like, oh yeah, $200 million to play golf. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like when you have $200 million to do anything, I'd think about it. Yeah, I wouldn't think about it. I mean, you're right. $200 million is definitely past my point. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to spend that much money.
And I'm sure they're doing creative ways to be like, you're getting the most out of that million. Like we're going to pay you in the most tax-friendly environment that we can. So that million isn't actually 600,000. That 20 million isn't actually like 8 million. You're getting like 18 of that 20 million.
So yeah, shout out to golf, and also Saudi Arabia is back too.
Yeah, I mean, and this kind of goes along with it too. My comeback that I brought is government propaganda, because according to a headline that I saw, according to a headline that I saw but didn't read the article, Top Gun Maverick is just government propaganda according to these FCIA documents or whatever the fuck the 4 letters were, and I saw it and I was like, not surprised, don't give a shit. It's a movie. I want to be entertained.
Yeah, no, I'm with that.
It's like,
I mean, do you think somebody's going to sign up to be in the Air Force because he's in the Air Force, right?
Yes. Well, Navy. He's in the Navy.
Okay. Do you think people are going to sign up to be in the Navy because of Top Gun? Probably.
Yes. People sign up for the military for stupid reasons all the time. I also don't think
people are just brainwashed into doing it.
No.
Do I think people have signed up for the military because of Call of Duty? I absolutely think that's the case. It's not for everybody, but there's definitely somebody out there that's I play Call of Duty. I would go to I could be in the Army.
100%. Like, dude, if you can get past the fact that Tom Cruise has been in a fucking cult that ruins people's lives for the last 30 years, I think you can get past the fact that the government wanted this movie made so people would be gung-ho on the military.
Yeah, no, it's another, it's selective outrage again.
Like, oh, dude, that's outrageous. You saw a Mel Gibson movie last week. Shut the fuck up. I literally walked in on you dancing to a Chris Brown song yesterday. Don't talk to me about fucking outrage.
Yeah, you still listen to R. Kelly, all right? I know it. Ignition slaps. I get it. But like, come on, don't act like you're all high and mighty now.
If you're going to get offended about one thing, I'm going to pick apart your entire life for everything you fucking do and the problematic shit that goes with it. Me, I will fully embrace. I do problematic shit. Well, I don't know if I do problematic shit.
You take money from
I
problematic.
don't care.
People.
Yeah. Problematic things will get my money from time to time. It's okay.
Hey,
but I'm
Pat,
also not going to lampoon anybody for making their choices on what they listen to. Unless they
here's $10 million to do this podcast. But you got to do it with this guy, Robert. And Robert has also killed a couple of people. Like we work with Frankie Ocho. You guys don't think Frankie Ocho's got some skeletons in his web?
Whoa. Allegedly, my friend.
Well, nothing you can tie back to him. Nothing you can tie back to him. But you don't think there's some skeletons in that web? I think you're wrong, buddy.
Bro, you give me $10 million. I'm trying to think of something problematic here that I would do.
Yeah, don't. Just don't say anything. Like, don't.
I was like OJ, but that's an
don't
easy one.
Incriminate.
And I was like, oh, I could do
don't
better
incriminate
than that.
yourself. Yeah.
No, nothing illegal, but I would work with bad people.
Yeah. Adolf Hitler gave you $10 million to go and just run the Nazi podcast network. Would you do it?
Oh, I thought you were going to say like, damn, that's a hard one. Because I thought you were going to say like,
Robert,
you have to do a podcast with Hitler. And I was like, dude, I do numbies.
I would do a podcast with Hitler in a second.
I would
be like,
shit
what's
talk
this
him.
guy saying?
I'd be like, oh, look at the little Austrian boy with the small wiener. I'm going to make other people sad now.
No.
I would just
$10 million, Robert. But you have to like run the Nazi podcast network and like you're in charge of all of their podcasts.
No.
Like, you don't have to be a Nazi, but like you just happen to work for them.
Do I get creative control?
No, definitely not.
I was going to say, if I get to like edit it however I want, we're going to
You would turn on 10 million.
I would.
Yeah.
For 1 year.
We're an anti-Nazi podcast around here, these parts.
We are an anti-Nazi podcast, but everybody has a number.
I think I could do it for 1 year and then I would leave immediately, use my $10 million to be like, okay, that was bullshit, but they gave me $10 million. I'm sorry, guys, but like.
What if it's 200 million?
Mm-mm.
200 million, you would say
Robert,
no.
For 1 year. Think of all the good. We just went over this. You could do so much good with 200 million.
Yeah, but you still like doing a podcast for the Nazis.
You didn't promote it.
Like, but you don't have to care about
it. Was a job. You had to take. You
it's just
you're
just
that
a
was
guy
going
doing
to
a
be filled
job
anyway. But now you have the money that was going to go to somebody else, and you can use that money for good.
It's like micro dirty jobs. This is one of them. Just it's not as dirty, but it's like more like morally dirty.
Yeah,
but the check's still clear. You know. Like how you wouldn't be able to think about it while you're on a yacht, dude, because you can buy a yacht and go on vacation and forget all about it. Dude.
Or you could just give that 200 million to good causes.
Yeah, to fight Nazis. You could just donate a bunch of money then. So really you could fight the good fight by infiltrating them. And you're still getting $200 million.
If this was a real offer, we could find your number.
No, because they would kill me. They would kill me if I tried to do something like that.
You could pay for them not to.
You could buy a lot of security for $200 million.
Not for
$200 million lets you do anything you want ever.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
I think you're lying.
You're a liar. You're a liar. That's what it is.
A $200 million contract in front of you. Yeah, it's good to say no right now. Smart.
$200 million. I would do a podcast with the fucking Aurora shooter. That's fucked up.
Cut that part out, Robert.
But then I could use that money to financially support all the families affected for the rest of their lives.
This part of the podcast is called "Let's Get the Gang Canceled."
We've been trying for a long time.
I'd work for the Nazis. Hell, shit. I wouldn't really, but we have this snippet of you saying you would work for the Nazis. Now,
I would support.
We're going to go in another direction with this hire
for a year, which is about as disgusting as I think you could fucking get because that woman's an idiot.
I would work for Nancy Grace for $100 million.
No, that's what it is. That's the one. That's the one.
What do you besides Nazis, Robert? What do you hate?
That's it. That's the tweet. Send it right now. I would work for Nancy Grace for $100 million. Tweet that no context right now, Alex.
What the fuck is he talking
I just
about?
hope one person responds. No, you can't do that.
Oh no! All right, moving on.
Podcast we've done in a while. I
Yeah,
fucking
this is
love
weird.
it.
This is a weird one. That was it, huh? Yeah. So
God,
let's
I
move on
hope
to
so.
Yeah, let's move on. Speaking of God, let's move on to the What Would Jesus Do segment, where you guys
That was
send us
slick.
in scenarios that Jesus would find himself in if he came back in today's time. They never told it. They have the What Would Jesus Do bracelets. They never told us what he would do in certain instances. So who's calling me when they know I'm podcasting? So yeah, hit us up, hashtag PTG WWJD. Throw Jesus in a situation he would find himself in if he came back today. We will get to the bottom of it, and we'll just pick one. We're gonna keep doing this until you guys stop submitting them. Hashtag PTG WWJD on Twitter. At Pass Gravy Pod is where you send it to us. This is What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If you wrote the jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
This week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us from our good buddy Josh Tree Caudle. And Josh says, if Jesus had kids, what would he name them and how many would he want? First off, Josh, Jesus has many kids. We are all his kids. We are all his children. We are all children of Christ. So I don't know how many people are on planet Earth, like 3-point-something billion. Something like that. I don't know. If he had to actually just have like a family, I think he's an old school guy. They used to just have as many kids as they could back in the day. I think he has like 6. I think he's got like 6 kids. Seems like a 6-kid kind of guy. And then I was either going to go like my easy way would have been just like names of the Bible, like Job and Corinthians and Genesis would be names he names his kids. But I tried to think outside the box, and I don't know why. Bartholomew seems like a name that would be Jesus's kid. You can just call him Bart.
12 kids. 12 kids.
12 kids. His 12 disciples.
Marky, Ricky, Danny, Terry, Mikey, Davey, Timmy, Tommy, Joey, Robbie, Johnny, and Brian.
No, I don't like that. Like if he came back in today's time, though, I think he would probably cut that in half and try and go with like 6 kids. 12 is a lot to manage.
Marky, Ricky, Danny, Terry, Davey, Mikey, Timmy, Tommy, Joey, Robbie, Johnny, and Brian. That's the answer.
Those are the K-pop names?
No, that's literally the list of Will Hunting's brothers from Good Will Hunting, the fake brothers. No,
okay,
I mean,
we went. This is from something.
No, you'd have John, Johnny, Yuri.
He would name them after the J6 crew. He's a big J6 fan. I also wrote down if you want to go like more like you know how like cool like new names is like a big thing. Like
no.
But if Jesus had to do it, it would have to be biblical. I was like, what about Myrrh? It's a daughter. Just his daughter's name is Myrrh.
Ugh, that's more disgusting than your fucking Rise and Grind post.
Myrrh, share the toy with your brother Frankincense.
No, I'm gonna give a real answer. I'm gonna go. He'd probably go 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls. Pat, strong name. You're gonna want a Pat in there. There's a wild card. Stacy seems like a good name. I do this off the dome. I don't know. I like Davey. Davey's a good one.
For Jesus, I feel
guy.
like it's gotta be more biblical. Like Mary Magdalene was one of the chicks he hung out with. Maybe he goes with a Mary and then Magdalene, Maggie. So
I don't see this is
Mags.
Nowadays. Is he going to name a kid after his ex-girlfriend? That's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up, dude.
Maybe she's the one that got away.
That's pretty, dude. That's so disrespectful to the mother now.
His mom was also named Mary, so you name him after your mom that gave birth to you, Jesus, Mary.
You want to go big? I'm sticking with Pat.
Joseph.
We'll
go after his dad.
We'll go Job. But
Job is a good one.
But it's spelled like from Arrested Development because he's a big fan of Jason Bateman.
And then Genesis for the band, not the first book.
Yeah, he's a big fan of Phil Collins, so we'll go Genesis for one of the girls.
Corinthians.
Because that's not too weird. That's not like that's a name. I work with a Genesis right now. And then let's go.
Corinthians for the leather.
No, that's a stupid name for a girl. You're gonna get her teased. You're gonna have dickheads like
You
me in
call her
elementary,
Corey,
and junior high, and high
C-O-R-I.
school.
Corey, short for Corinthians.
All right, I'm back on board. I like that. Corey's a good name for a girl.
It's all
Strong
like
name.
biblical stuff, but it's just like really we're just gonna shorten it down to make it hip.
So we got Corey, Genesis,
Frankincense.
Joe,
Frank.
and Pat. I like that.
Yeah, those are solid names.
I'm sticking with Pat.
You want to contribute at all?
Jesus is gonna want a Pat in the crew.
He's gonna want a bow as well.
I think it Beau. B-E-A-U-X. The occasion.
So we're going Cajun Jesus. Oh, this is a completely different fucking question.
Well,
then.
no, he wants to spice it up. He has that.
No, that's cultural appropriation.
I don't know. I don't think he would go
Cajun.
Beau. I think you got the market cornered on Beau, honestly. But yeah, I do like Myrrh. I do like I
hate
think
Myrrh.
Pat is the
Hate
one that
Myrrh.
does that. I like Genesis.
Absolutely hate Myrrh. I'm okay with Genesis.
They all seem like they make sense. So those are some solid ideas right there.
Myrrh's a terrible name for a girl. Don't do that to your children. It's like giving them one letter.
Gifts. It's one of the gifts that the wise men, they're wise guys. The original wise guys.
What if he's a
Wise
big
man.
Goodfellas fan and he just names him Marie? Like just names from Goodfellas. Everyone's Marie or
I like
Mary,
that.
and then Peter and Paul.
All right. Well, that was a
We
good
gave
one.
some answers there.
We didn't maybe officially answer, but we threw out enough that you could consider some of those to be answers. So yeah, great question,
He's
Josh.
definitely gonna have a Pat. Strong name.
At PassGradePod, hashtag PTGWWJD if you would like to submit a scenario for next week's What Would Jesus Do segment. Let's move on to the not cool segment. Now, one thing that's not cool is when you have a smelly car. But a good thing for that is Little M air fresheners. You can get at littlemshop.com where they got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They got a little bit of something for everybody. If you want stickers, they got that. You want air fresheners, the best air fresheners, they definitely got that. You want little calendars, they got that too. You want some t-shirts, you want some keychains, you want some custom keychains, they got all that stuff. littlemshop.com. Go check them out. They are the coolest when it comes to things you're trying to avoid not cools from. You got not cools of a bad car, don't worry. You got a Little M air freshener making it cool again. I promise you won't be disappointed by them. littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. Use the promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order at littlemshop.com, and go give them a follow on Twitter at Little EM Tweets and Instagram Little EM Shop. littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com, promo code PTG69 at checkout for 10% off your order at littlemshop.com. This is the not cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool,
man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool.
From Raymundo Benavidez at Kmundo B on Twitter. He says, "Is not cool is sliced my thumb last night trying to cut a lemon in half. Didn't realize how much blood a thumb has." Yeah, it does have a lot of blood. Isn't it crazy? Like when you just cut yourself, like when I cut myself shaving and like it just like keeps bleeding. Like how much blood is that? Like, I guess it's a whole body's worth of blood you got, but like, it's like, dude, we got a lot of blood in here. Like the fact that you can like put pints of blood, like you can donate a pint of blood. It's pretty nuts. It's a lot of fucking blood.
That's a lot
like
of fucking blood, dude.
Like you could fill this can with blood and like be allowed to donate that much. Like that's not weird. And it's like, that just came out of my body. It's don't worry, I'll make more. What? How? It's nuts. Bodies are crazy, dude.
Got it. Nailed that GIF reaction now.
Totally.
Dude, yeah, the human body is fucking wild. There's really no other way to put it. Like the amount of shit
dude,
that it can be put through. Like, what do we have? 10 pints in our body, give or take, whatever. And they're like, hey, we're going to take 1/10 of that out of your body. And you're going to be a little woozy, but you'll be fine. And you're like, all right.
right?
Hey, Hey, we're gonna remove 1/10 of the blood in your body, but we're gonna give you apple juice and a sugar cookie. You in? You're like, sounds pretty dope.
Yeah. You had me at apple juice.
One beer is gonna hit 10 times harder now. Okay.
The best thing that is the Red Cross that did it when we were in school. Like the best thing they ever did was like high school blood drives where it's like you can get out of class, you get snacks, you get a cool little stress ball that you could squeeze, and then you get like other snacks as well. Like you just get to hang out. You're like, oh yeah, absolutely, I'll donate blood right now.
Yeah, I remember senior year going to do that, and I showed up, and they're like, "All right, so you're 17. Do you have your permission slip?" I was like, "I need a permission slip." And they're like, "Yeah, dude, you're 17." And I was like, "No idea." Teacher didn't think to ask, so I was like, "All right, don't have it." Just kind of wandered the halls for the next 30 minutes.
Dude, I just remember like staying like, oh yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm feeling a little lightheaded. I didn't feel lightheaded then.
I was cool to do it.
I'm
I
gonna
was like,
snag some more goldfish though.
here's the thing: if they had let me give blood that day, I might know what blood type I am today.
I'm O. I'm an O guy.
O's the universal one, right?
Yeah.
I
Shout out
think
to
that's
me.
what I
Big
am.
of me.
I think that's what I am.
Now ask me when the
Not
last time I
fucking
donated
sure,
blood
though.
was.
A senior
Like
year of high school.
college.
Oh.
College.
See, I never
There was
gave
a
blood.
bus. College
gave-
has sometimes had the buses. I donated bone
money?
marrow in college too, just because there was a
You
bus.
did
and I was
bone
like,
marrow?
yeah, it sucked. They would have to go.
Don't they have to like drill into your bone?
Got a big old needle into your hip?
Did you get money for that one?
No, it was very painful too.
Bro, you are a much better person than me because I've heard.
I had a friend
no good stories
that
about
died
getting-
of
Okay, I would
cancer, and
probably
he
do
had
that.
to have a bone marrow transplant. And I remember they were talking about how difficult it was, and I was like, "Yo, this is for Kevin," and I was like, "All right, I'll do it," and I did it. And I was like, "It fucking sucked." I had like a little bruise on my hip, and like, I don't know, I felt good about it afterwards.
But you also felt bad.
But
'cause your
also,
body
like,
was in pain.
I do feel like you should get like when you adopt a seal and they give you like an update on it, or like you fund like a poor kid on those commercials, and it's like this is Sacagawea, and you have just bought Sacagawea this many bowls of rice. Like I feel like it should be like, yo, your bone marrow just got used in a guy named Jeff. Jeff lives in North Carolina, and he's a pharmacist. I'm like, oh. Sick. Like I just want to know. Like I know it's like confidential information and stuff, but it's like I want to know where my blood is.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
I'd
sure
like a
there's probably
follow-up.
like
I
there's
get
probably
that
an
there's all
easy
kinds of
test for
rules.
me to take. Like I could probably just like order something
Absolutely,
on Amazon for
there
like
is.
$8 and have it sent away, and I'd be like, know what my. But also, I don't really fucking need to know. Like, why would I need to know what my blood type is?
You
if
get
I
in
go
an
to the
accident and
hospital-
they ask you what your blood type is, and
Okay, but
immediately-
I'm pretty sure if I didn't know, the doctor would just be like, oh, machine. Oh, you're O.
don't worry. If I was with you, I'd just cut my arm open. I'd start bleeding into you. So then, like, I'd be good. Like, dude, it's fine. I'm O. And you're like, all right, thanks, Alex. Like, you can't do blood transfusions like that, guys. So let me get this straight. Your friend was bleeding, so you cut yourself and bled into him. Yeah, I was giving him my blood. He needed blood. Yeah, that doesn't work, man.
See, what if I did that though? Like in a
Here, I
pinch,
filled up
and
this
then
cup
all
of
of a
blood.
sudden,
Just pour it in him.
like you were losing blood, but then I gave you blood, and you were like, okay, great, but now I'm hammered. What is wrong with your life?
But you'd be alive though.
I'm not gonna lie though, I've always wished that my blood type was B negative, just so I could be like, dude, same as my mentality towards life.
You should find out.
I knew Robert.
That's good.
Robert, you were waiting for that the whole time we started talking about blood, weren't you?
I've been waiting for just anything.
I didn't know.
That's
That
great
being said,
timing.
I didn't see a look on Robert's face or anything like that.
The second he
I
hit it,
just-
you knew like that's what he was waiting for, though.
Just like he hit it, and my eyes darted to him on the screen, and he had just the biggest
He was
shitty
so
grin
happy.
on his face.
He was
Like,
so happy.
yes, that was my moment. I fucking nailed it.
But yes, Mundo, that does suck when you slice your thumb. Just like when you get like it's like a paper cut, anything like on your finger though, like in your thumb, you use your thumb all the time. Like that's the worst. Like that's my Xbox thumb, you know? Like, it would suck to have a cut
that
on
would
there.
suck.
That'd be the worst.
That would suck really, really bad. So yeah, dude, T's and P's,
T's and
buddy.
P's, bro. T's and P's. All right, who wants to go first out of us?
I will, just because it's the same shit I've been doing every week. Xfinity again. Who would have fucking thought?
No way.
So what did I say last week? They were supposed to. They guaranteed they would come out Monday. They fucking didn't. They guaranteed they would come out Wednesday. They didn't. They guaranteed that they were going to be here Friday. They didn't. My sister called them fucking Monday, and they were like, okay. She calls them again yesterday. After she's called them, I don't know, 13 days in the last 3 weeks. And the lady tells her yesterday, oh no, we are trained to not touch the ticket once it's put in. Because if we do to update it, it's going to reset everything and start everything all over. Why the fuck did none of the last 12 people tell us that? We still haven't gotten our shit fixed. And it's because, and they were like, and she told her on the phone yesterday or Monday, whatever the fuck it was, all this shit bleeds together because they're in a competent company full of assholes. Like, we can come out Wednesday between blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, because I've got this to do. So we're going out of town. They're supposed to come Saturday. So I fully anticipate Monday morning when I drive back, we're going to show up and look in the backyard, and either nothing's going to be done or they're going to have done it and not buried the cable. And then I'm going to have a new Not Cool with Xfinity next week.
Just an endless cycle.
And but like the fact that this lady was like, yeah, no, we're trained to not, once you file the ticket in the first place, we don't change it, because if we do change it, it fucking like resets the whole thing. And then has to start a new date, like from then to go. I'm like, what the fuck? How is this company just felt like? Don't get me wrong. I work with dumb people. 80% of our company isn't fucking idiots, which seems to be on the low end of a guess for Xfinity. Like, I'm pretty sure. I would guess.
Like, if they want to pass the buck.
I would guess that the CEO, whoever runs Xfinity, is probably at least a decently smart person. They're running a company. And then there's Raymundo, and that's fucking it in this entire goddamn company. Everyone else
doesn't seem great.
Everyone else, they just roll up to bus stops and see somebody who's like literally just scratching their asshole in public. And like, do you want to work for Xfinity? You seem like our kind of people. Like, holy fucking shit. So we got another $100 credited to our account yesterday. So like basically, with what has already been credited, my next bill should, I think, be like $3.
Nothing. They should pay you.
But like, Jesus. We let it just be shitty for like a month, and then we've been working a month to get somebody to come out. Oh, and this was the other thing. Remember when I told you that the guy showed up, was like, oh, we got to replace the back line? She goes, yeah, why didn't that guy just do a temporary line for you? He should have all that equipment on him.
Like, I don't know.
What?
Not him.
What? You mean he had the equipment, but just didn't do it?
Yeah.
Like,
not great.
Jesus. Like, how fucking it's so infuriating. It's
I get
so
you,
infuriating.
I get you, buddy. T's and P's, man.
Yeah. Yo soy angry.
Robert?
That's all I have the energy for to complain about this week.
Yo soy
I think
sick.
I know yours.
Yeah, I'm stuck in here still.
You just
I
not
have
anything
this
about
cough.
pizza?
Oh yeah, the pizza thing. I almost burned the house down because I
Should have left your room.
baked a pizza with the cardboard still attached to it.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
He who hath not done that they've never cooked pizza.
You know what's
They haven't
fucked up
cooked
though?
enough pizzas.
I've seen pizzas.
I've done it multiple times before.
In my life, I've seen pizzas that have said to leave that there though. So like,
Well,
Well,
I
most-
just thought.
don't get me wrong. I've never done it. Even when it says leave the cardboard there, I'm like, no.
I'm not gonna do it.
Most of it ended up being stuck to the cardboard, so I had to like scrape it off, and it was like the bread was separated from the cheese and sauce.
Yeah, you ate pizza toppings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It was still
that
good
happened.
though, wasn't it?
it was still good.
It's like it's
At least you
pizza.
didn't wake up in the morning with a black brick in your oven. Like, oh, that could have been bad.
I've had that. I've
done that. Get fucked up in college, throwing a Totino's. Wake up in the morning, your roommate's like, "What the fuck, man? Yeah, sorry, I almost killed us. My bad."
sometimes during the podcast, for those of you that are listening, if you watch the video version, Past the Great Podcast on YouTube and then on our Facebook page on the weekends, Robert has been, because he's got the cocoa, he's been coughing, so he'll mute his mic and then cough, but it just sometimes looks like he's going in like a really deep dab. Like just now you were like, it was like, is Robert dabbing on it? Oh no, he's coughing. But I was like, wait, Robert dabs at the end of the podcast. He doesn't dab during. Okay, I mean, go off, King. Bo dabs whenever the fuck Bo wants, though. I keep forgetting about Bo.
Yeah. Every time is a good time for a dab.
But yeah, if you want to hear his full story, like in-depth version of that, it's a recent study suggests that he did solo. We're going to tell you that again. You can go listen to it anywhere you listen to podcasts, wherever you're listening to us right now. Listen to a recent study suggests right after that. And yeah, Robert's first solo journey, and he fucking crushed it. I think he did better than I would have done, honestly.
Thanks, I appreciate that. It was scary. It was
playing hurt too with COVID. Because that's your Michael Jordan flu game.
Injured.
I think I recorded maybe about like 38 minutes of content, but like I had to stop several times because I kept having coughing fits.
The Bo Burnham references you threw in there, you just peppered him in a couple times. I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. But yeah, you only like eight minutes worth of coughing makes sense though. Like it was right at 30, wasn't it?
Yeah, like right at 30.
It's pretty sick. It was a good episode, so go check it out. Burn a half hour with Bobby Jokes by himself. Solo Bobby Jokes. Really good stuff at A Recent Study Pod on Twitter and Instagram as well. Make sure you subscribe, unsubscribe, and then resubscribe again. That counts as 2 subscriptions.
Yeet.
I don't know if that's true, but we just keep telling people to do that. All right, what do we got? Oh, it's me then. I have a couple. I'll start with my DoorDash one. So I've had a few issues with DoorDash over the years. Had another one on Sunday, ordered some crawfish, routine little order. Okay, here's my thing from this new shout out to Jolynn's Crawfish. I think they were a top 10 crawfish I've had in the last 2+ years I think it was 125 consecutive weeks now I've done crawfish. But I was like, all right, let me get Jolynn's Crawfish, whatever. I was playing Xbox with the boys, I was playing Xbox with the Inner Circle, excuse me. And I get the text. It's like, oh, hey, Ashley is approaching with your order. And I was like, sick. And then usually they'll get a phone call where I have to buzz them in if they follow the directions, or they'll call me and be like, hey, I can't figure it out. And I'll be like, all right, well, there's instructions, or let's walk through this. Let me help you out. And I got none of that. And then it just said, your order was delivered per your instructions. And I was like, sweet. Finished the game I was playing. I was like, hang on, guys. I'm going to go and get my food. And I opened the door. There's no food there. And I was like, okay, well, maybe she got mixed up, put it across the hall. No, didn't. I walked all up my floor. There was nothing there. Usually also on DoorDash, it'll have the picture because it's like leave at door is the option I have. And it'll have the picture of wherever they left it. And it's usually my front door. So it's like, oh, that's not that. Like, I was like, there was no photo attached to it. Where's my food? And I get on the app and I was like, what's up? Like, where's my fucking food? It said it was delivered. And they're like, I tried to call you several times. And I also was blowing your phone up with text messages. And I like looked at my texts in my phone and had none from them. And then I looked in the app and there were none on the in-app messaging. And then I checked my phone calls, had no missed calls at all. Definitely didn't have the phone ring during that. And I was like, yeah, no, you didn't. I don't know. And they were like, well, I did text you. I was like, you didn't though. Cause I didn't. Like, I don't know who you texted. You might have texted somebody, but you didn't text me. And well, I left because I'm not going to wait that much. I'm not going to wait that long for you. I was like, I was unaware that you could not find, I just thought you were a normal person that could read the instructions. I had no idea how to navigate through that. I was like, well, here's a screenshot of inside the app on my order where it has, if you can pull through the front gate, do this. And then there was a whole set of instructions on how to get me to buzz you in. Didn't read any of that, just like left. And I was like, well, okay. I was like, okay, cool. Well, you didn't send a photo of the food. Where did you leave the food? And she was like, oh, it's in my car, stinking up my car right now. And I was like, so you marked an order as delivered, didn't deliver it, didn't even leave it in the complex. You still have the delivered order you stole from me, is what you did. And then she got in the whole thing, and like I was like, all right, I don't have time to deal with you. I'm gonna contact DoorDash, and I'm just like, I gotta report you on this one, right? Like, hands are kind of tied in this one. I'm always the guy that's like, this fucking guy made me do all this shit. Fuck this guy for making me go out to get it. Didn't even get out of his car on the fucking street. And then I'm like, I'm going to give him 5 stars because the guy's just fucking working. I was like, I got to fucking call DoorDash because I'm like, you fucking took my food.
No, I hope she
Figure
gets
it
fired.
out.
That's theft. She stole your dinner.
Well, like
And
DoorDash
tried
was
to
like,
blame you.
well, DoorDash was like, we can reorder it for you and give you a new driver. And I was like, all right, yeah, that's tight. And that's like, they made it good. But it was like that lady, like, oh, well, please let them know that I tried to contact you. And when DoorDash was like, well, the Dasher says that they made an effort to contact you. I sent them my call log and my text messages. I was like, none of this is from a DoorDash deliverer. This is the one that was the automated one that said it was delivered. This is it with no photo. Like, 0 for 5 and things that this person's saying they did. I don't know what the fuck happened. This is fucking stupid. And they're like, well, we're sorry here. They gave me like a credit for the next time. And then they reordered it. I got my food, but it was just like having to go through that whole thing. And like, I was outside of my apartment walking around trying to see if like it could have been left there. It was just like a whole fucking thing. It was a solid, not cool, I thought. So that was, I thought was going to be my only not cool. But then I realized that I'm an Invisalign guy now. I'm an Invisalign guy. That's my not cool. Fun thing about me now is I don't have a bottom retainer. That's been out. So now my tongue is raw because I just keep feeling like the slicked back of my teeth in the bottom row. It's pretty weird. But I, for a very long time, have been super duper self-conscious about my teeth. I had braces twice when I was growing up. I always had straight teeth. And over the last couple of years, these two have just kind of like done their own thing. Like 2 middle teeth and the top are just kind of like, hey, what's up? And now there's like a fucking gap. And I know that it's not that large of a gap, but I edit a lot of video. I look at a lot of photos of myself for my work and for this podcast. And just, you get caught in the screen grabs of stuff and I look like a fucking horse and I hate it. And I've been super self-conscious about it. I haven't really mentioned it because I didn't want people to make fun of me about it. And I knew that now that this is going to happen and you guys are gonna make fun of me about it, whatever. But like, I don't know. I kind of like hated myself because of my fucking teeth, honestly. So I took the plunge. Was like, I'm gonna schedule an Invisalign consultation. And I thought Invisalign, it's gonna be expensive, but fuck, it is so expensive. And I got a 5% discount if I paid in full the other day. And just all my money, all of my money is now Invisalign's money. I haven't gotten anything done yet. And I've spent all of my money on Invisalign because I am a little self-conscious fuck that can't get over looking at myself with teeth and that just hates myself whenever I see my fucking teeth. And so rather than do that now, I'm going to spend, I think 4 months is what they said in correcting. And it's a minor correction because I have like straight teeth in the bottom row. Everything else in the top row is straight. I just have that little gap and they're going to have to like file down like a millimeter of my bottom teeth. So like nobody really cares, but the reason my teeth were widening, like we're separating, is because my bite is like not great. And so when I bite down, like this pushes these teeth out, which then makes them move like away from each other over the years. And so now I just spent lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of money on my fucking teeth. And I'm going to have to do the whole Invisalign thing where like I had to brush my teeth after I eat anything or drink anything. It's not water. And it's going to be a huge fucking hassle. But yeah, that's my not cool is now I'm poor because I bought Invisalign.
Why do you care? You already tricked somebody not into having sex with you, but marrying you.
I look at myself every single time I edit anything, and it's like it bugs the fuck out of me. And then I've gotten to the point like my brain is like I just have so much like self-hate and shit in myself where like my brain is like when I watch TV, it's like, oh, they have fucking perfect. Like, look at those. Their teeth are together. 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 Like, I'm like, fuck. I'm the only one. And I know I'm not the only one because I know other people that have like a little bit of a gap. Michael fucking Strahan is famous for it. But like, I don't want to be Michael Strahan. I want to just have regular fucking teeth. I hate it. I hate it so much.
It's crazy to me.
So much that I just spent all my money on it.
That I can look at myself every day and be like, yeah, not bad. And other people can be like, but dude, my teeth have a tiny little gap. Are you fucking kidding me? Who gives a shit?
No, I'm out like running all the time. You guys know I'm working out. I'm workout guy again because it's hot Alex summer is what it is. Because I just like
Why?
have like a little. I've started getting like a pooch, and I told you I had
Yeah.
to buy large
You're about to get
and
married.
medium because I'm a tweener. I'm like fucking no, Alex. You can't look like that. You can't fucking. You look like the fucking Grinch with your fucking stupid gut. I fucking was like,
Yeah.
you know what? We're gonna get rid of that. Self-hate kind of just fuels me to doing shit. Only like I can't work out my teeth and fix them. I have to pay somebody to do that shit. But yeah, now I'll just be poor, but I'll have cool teeth, I guess.
For a bit until you fuck them up again.
No, because I'm gonna wear the shit. I'm
No.
wear
You're gonna wear them, and then they're gonna get fixed, and they're gonna be where you want them. You're gonna take your wedding photos, and then you're gonna go back to playing Fortnite and stop wearing.
No,
your
I'm just not going to lose the retainer. And if you do, they just give you a new one. You spent all of the money that you spend on it now is like to cover for like lost shit and other things like that too. And it's like, okay, I'm in the club, I guess, but fuck, it was a very expensive club to get into. And it was one of those where like I had to move money in my account from one account to the other account.
It's always a good one to have to move money around to pay for something when you've got a wedding coming up to pay for.
It's a wedding expense. I'll chalk it up. I'll write it off. Can I write that off? Can I write it off if like actually, I work on cameras?
You work on camera and you're in entertainment. There's a good chance you probably could. You probably need to go to H&R Block for that, but there's actually probably a good chance you can. Listen, okay, I'm a media personality. This was a business expense to have better teeth because I work in entertainment. I'm sure you fucking can. You better hope that you can.
Actually, I could have like
you've already fucking
could have tried to go through like my company and tried to like get like an endorsement deal with it, and I was like, I don't want to like make a big deal about how much I hate myself. I really don't want to make a big deal about it. I just want to.
Are you kidding me? Everybody
pay all of my money for it, and now as I say it on my podcast, but it's like
your entire industry is finding deals to better make yourself look better.
But when you do like an endorsement deal like that, then I have to keep giving updates on like how shitty my teeth were and how cool they look now. And it's like I just don't want to do that. I don't want it to be a journey. I just want to fucking do it.
I'm baffled at you, but also I would do the exact same goddamn thing. Like I don't feel like putting in the legwork that would come with me getting this at a discount.
And like I hate the dentist. I hate all things.
I've never minded the dentist.
I hate it. They had I had like my bottom retainer had been like cemented in my mouth, and they were doing images to get like the trays that I'm gonna get. But they're like, well, like to make it more accurate, we kind of need to take that bottom retainer out. Like, how long have you had that? I was like, since like 8th grade. And the guy's like, oh, okay. And then he had to like drill all the cement off of it to like pull the thing out. And just like the sound of the drill, it's the sound of the drill and the smell of like the teeth and the stuff that like, just like that smell. And like, it's like kind of like moist when they're like squirting the stuff in your mouth, the water in your mouth, and you have like the droplets on you and you're wearing the glasses, just like all of that together. I'm just like, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. It's like I just hate it. Like it doesn't terrify me. It does a little bit, but like I'm not like I can't go to the dentist. Obviously I can. I have to now, and I have no idea. It's just I fucking hate it. I hate all of like I hate all of the stuff I'm about to have to do. I hate that I've already paid for it. I hate that like my tongue is raw because I keep feeling the back of my teeth that don't have a fucking retainer on it. It's fucking weird, man. Like I bite down into food and like I get like the food just goes straight down these teeth in the middle, and it's always
I've got like 4
caught
different
up on
spots.
the bottom retainer.
I've got like 4 different spots that when I eat meat, I have to pick meat out of my teeth. I don't care.
No, I mean I don't mind that.
I know it's not good, but
it's weird getting used to that shit.
But also, here's the thing about the dentist. At the very end, you know what's dope? And they're like, whatever that last foamy shit, they're like, all right, do you want strawberry, bubble gum, cotton candy? I'm like, give me that bubble gum. Just get that bubble gum every time.
I would always go pina colada at my old dentist.
I didn't have that. Also, I haven't been in almost 7 years now. Probably 8. I don't think I went that last year. I was on my parents' insurance.
Yeah, so I had the insurance. I tried to play the insurance. They're like, nope, it's cosmetic. So fuck you. I was like, no, I get that. I get that. Then
I can't believe you're in a position where you probably could have gotten a discount and been like, I'm gonna give you.
I got a 5% discount because I paid in full.
You probably could have got like 25% if you were just.
And that was the only reason.
On the biggest.
That was the only reason I did it.
Show in my market, and I can give you publicity. And they're like, yeah, cool, that's fucking dope. And you were just like, yeah, but I want to.
I make a big deal about it. I just want to talk about.
I don't want to
my
make a big
podcast,
deal
and you
out of
guys
it,
know
but I
that
want to make a
hate
big
myself.
deal out of it on my fucking podcast.
Well, just on this one episode, I'm not gonna like do Alex's Invisalign journey. Like that's not gonna be a weekly.
Well, you fucking
part
should.
of it.
Honestly, at this point, you should reach. Have you gotten it yet? Has it shipped in yet?
I've already paid it, so
Has it shipped in yet?
they're going to call me when it does. So
Okay.
no, it has not.
Reach out to them and see at this point if you like you can pay, but they can give you a refund.
I'm just not gonna do it.
So
It's a lot of
you're,
work at this point.
you're about to have a wedding, but you're not actively looking for ways to save money.
I'm just gonna win money betting,
Bro.
That's my job.
Okay, hold on. Think about it this way. Forget the wedding. Forget that aspect of it. If you can get like a 25% refund on this, you can throw it on one best bet and make a fuck ton of money.
No.
No, he thought. You see the look on his face already. He's fucking thought about that. He was like, "Yeah, starting a nest egg for me and my future wife. That would be good to have the extra money." And when I was like, "Dude, gambling," and he was like,
Or we take Celtics to come back and win it.
or we drive
Celtics
to
in
Lake
7?
Charles and we throw everything on red.
It's only one way this could go, and it's good.
Oh my god!
But yeah,
I love that
my
our brains work
self-hate
the same
fueling
way.
me into spending all of my money. But it was like at the point where I just felt like a poor at the window. I was like, hold on, I had to like move my. Yeah, no, that makes sense. How much that? Yeah, okay. I don't know why I in my brain thought it was less than half of what it was, but okay. And I was like, I had to move some money real quick. Hang on, and I had to get on my like phone.
You didn't look
and
it up
move money.
beforehand.
I
just showed up?
did, and some of the estimates were a little on the low side.
We're also known as way the fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was like, the lady was like, well, you can do it and pay it in installments, but do remember you get the 5% off if you pay it in full. And I was like, yeah, like let's just do it. Let's just pay in full. Let's just rip it off, rip the Band-Aid off. Let's just go. And like I was like the most defeated I've ever tossed my card to anybody. I was slide it under the thing.
Also unrelated, Alex is on a ramen only diet until the wedding.
No, but think about thinning out. Like I won't be snacking in the middle of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to brush my teeth. There's like a chore that comes with eating anytime. So it's like only when you got to eat. Hi, Alex Summer's back, baby.
I don't think it is.
It's back, dude. I'm fucking working out now, man. I'm endorphins. I'm kind of understanding endorphins now.
Bro, you could have just really gotten into
we did a little run, and now I'm like, oh, I'm feeling like in a positive headspace right now.
You could have just gotten really into like Britain in the 1960s and be like, dude, weird teeth are sexy. Like, aren't you a historian? I am.
Should just kept playing hockey.
That's a good thing about my blurry camera too, is my teeth, they don't look nearly as, they look better than they are. Let's put it that way on my camera.
Yeah, so I hate myself, and that's my next.
See, way back here, hey, you can't even tell my teeth are shitty.
All right, moving on.
Beautiful pearly whites, you son of a bitch.
Our next segment is the answer segment, where you ask us anything that comes to mind. If it's a high thought, you have an idea for us, just anything at all. At Pass Grade Pod, use the hashtag PTG Answers. That's how we'll search for them. You can also email them to us, answers@passthegradepod.com, but we do prefer Twitter. That's where we look first and most. This answer segment is brought to you by Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the whole world. They have a whole Father's Day thing going down. I do believe it is the finale of Crawfish from D's Cooking, number 1 and 3 over the 125 weeks of my crawfish streak. Go hit up D, be like, yo, heard about you on Pass the Gravy. Fucking looking forward to this. They threw pickles in the crawfish last time. Fucking awesome. Good shit. Father's Day, take your dad out there. I'm trying to get my dad up there maybe on Sunday. So yeah, Father's Day out at Southern Star Brewing Company. They got music, they got live music, they got awesome food, and crawfish as well as the awesome food too. So go check it out, and the best beer in the world. They got the best beer on the planet. You're drinking are you drinking it coast to coast, or you just have the glass?
I'm not. I have the glass that they gave us last time we were up there, coast to coast. I'm drinking my bombies because I didn't leave my house today because I'm a piece of garbage. I was gonna go get some Coast to Coast. I'm fucking excited. It's about to be. It's canned. I don't know how well you can find it everywhere. I am all sorts of jacked up. I absolutely love that beer when we had it on tap when we were up there. Next weekend, I'm going up. Like I said, to Conroe, the boys. I'm gonna stop by, see the guys at the brewery, get a little something for us. I might try and get a little Coast to Coast for myself and not share it with the boys. Because I'm a selfish fuck, let's be honest, but they wouldn't appreciate it like I would. I'm getting other stuff for them. I can't remember the last time I was this excited for a beer to be canned, because I thought this was just going to be like a tap room thing, grapefruit IPA. It was fucking amazing. Now that I know for sure it's going out there, I am more than excited. Like, I don't know what's more than, but I am. That's me. See this face? More than. That's me. If you can't make it up for Father's Day this Sunday, go up there Saturday. They've got crafts and crafts at the brewery. Get yourself some Coast to Coast. Bring yourself back a couple 6-packs. The cans look fucking amazing. Oh wait, shit. You know what I just realized in my head? I don't think it's the Coast to Coast that just got canned. It's that we were talking about it last week. The fucking hazy something. Get yourself the Coast to Coast when you're up there. Hold on. I'll find it right. Damn now.
Did you just do the wrong ad for the wrong beer?
I think I did. I can't find it.
You know what Southern
What's
Star
the one?
doesn't have?
What's the one? It was fuzzy something, right? The one that just came out?
I think it's Coast to Coast, dude.
Is it Coast to Coast? But I think there was
That's what the
another one
ads
that
have
we
been
did last
for.
week. Either way, I just realized I did. Hey, that's the fun that you get from me reading fucking ads, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing out there. If you can't make it up on Sunday for Father's Day and D's Cooking, go up Saturday, Crafts and Crafts. There's like a kit that they're putting out that teaches you how to make leather beer sleeves. You know, like a
Badass.
cozy. Yeah, something like that. That sounds awesome. Plus, by the way, then you get to drink a bunch of Southern Star while you're up there, and you get a
There you
cool
go.
beer accessory.
There you go.
It's a talking point. Everybody wants to know everybody that has cool beer stuff. And then also,
Very true.
this is way out, but this popped up on there. December 10th, there's going to be a hot sauce festival up there. So, guys, we have the entire summer to plan. And if you're not there for the hot sauce festival, you have no excuse, because I told you about it today. December 10th. We should all be up there for that.
Exactly.
Hot sauce is awesome.
Southern
This is
Star
really
Brewing Company,
going to
guys.
bug me what beer we talked about last week now.
If you're drinking a Southern Star, let them know that you're drinking a Southern Star because you heard about it on Past Gravy at Southern Star BC and at Southern Star Brewing Co. on Twitter and Instagram. Tag us at Past Gravy Pod.
Fuzz Pedal. That was the one we talked about last
Fuzz
week. I
Pedal.
confused myself with that. But I swear I believe they told us that Coast to Coast was going to be canned too.
It will be. But like, let them know you heard about them on the pod. If you go up to the brewery 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe, we got a big Pass the Gravy flag by where you get your tokens. They'll hook you up if you let them know you're part of the Gravy Gang. Pass the Gravy Pod. Hit us up on Twitter. Let us know you're drinking a Southern Star. Let us know what your favorite Southern Star is.
double
If you're
ad
trying it
there
for the
by
first
accident.
time at Southern Star BC, at Southern Star Brewing Co. on Twitter and Instagram. Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world, and the official sponsor of the Answer segment.
Well, if you just answer the question. Why just answer the question? Be honest. No big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, we're gonna start off with our podcast son, Skylar Lester. At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. Skylar says, did Bob Seger ever imagine that he would become a part of the old time rock and roll? Second Bob Seger reference on this podcast.
I mean, maybe not at the beginning, but once he got established, he had to know he fucking brought the heat. One day he would.
Once he became a heat, once that became a hit, he's like, I mean, it's gonna be old time rock and roll at some point.
Dun, 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 dun. Such a great fucking.
I like that weird pause.
Yeah, dude. No, he
Great
knew.
impression.
He knew.
He had to know. The old
knew.
Silver Bullet, he knew. Oh no, he wasn't
was
the
so
Silver Bullet.
fucking
It was the Silver Bullet Band. Bob Seger, the Silver Bullet Band, right?
Fuck if I know. I just know he wanted to
think
take
that
those
was-
old records off the shelf.
Yeah, he did. So yeah,
fuck
I
yeah,
think
he
he did imagine at some point he would, because he knew he was going to be a star. He knew he was.
I still remember like probably 6 to 8 years ago. And I believe I heard like Red Hot Chili Peppers on the oldie station. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, these stations gotta like, we're gonna have a super oldie soon. What the hell is happening?
Olders and oldies.
I was like, Jesus Christ, I am not ready.
Our next is from Kenya Valdez, the reigning Woman of the Year for Pass the Gravy. And Kenya, or she's at Kenyatta Mandata on Twitter. She says, "Why are nosebleed seats not the closest to the field? Aren't you more likely to get a nosebleed sitting up close than way in the back?" I was a little stumped by this because I was like, "You're right. Like, why do we call them nose?" Well, I was leading up to that, Pat. I was like, why do we call them nosebleed seats? I've always just called it that because like they're high up. Looked it up. Fun little history lesson for you, Gravy Gang. It says a common tongue-in-cheek reference to having seats at the upper tiers of stadiums is sitting in the nosebleed section or nosebleed seats. The reference alludes to the tendency for mountain climbers to suffer nosebleeds at high altitudes. The term appeared in print as early as 1953 when it was used to describe the last row in the end zone at Philadelphia's Municipal Stadium, which later became John F. Kennedy Stadium during the Army-Navy game. Fun little fact.
That's just kind of something I've always known. Why would you be more likely to get a nosebleed sitting closer, like getting hit by something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you're courtside at a basketball game, more likely you're going to take a crazy pass to the face. Baseball game, more likely than not. Like you're more likely
I was thinking just
anybody up at the upper deck to take a ball to the face. Football, I don't know, a rogue football. You're more likely if you're closer to the field than if you're farther from the field.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just one of those weird, useless facts that will never help you in life. It's one of those.
I guess I didn't ever think
fills
mountain
my
climbers,
brain.
but I was like, people get up high, and I think sometimes they nosebleeds. Yeah, that's what it's from. Nosebleeds just because it's high up. So it's like saying like, I got tickets on a fucking mountain.
You learn something new every day, Kenya. It's an altitude thing. No, dude, you can't. It's not better than nosebleeds. You're not going to beat nosebleeds. It's a perfect.
I'm up in the mount. Got a couple seats up in the mount. Like when you're trying to sell a girl that like you bought her like tickets to a game, you're like, yeah, no, we're gonna sit on the mount. Not like, well, I got some shitty tickets. Like we're in the mount.
Here's the thing though, if it's a modern stadium, even up there, they're not bad. Like I actually prefer to sit in the very top of Minute Maid because you still have great seats, it's a great view of the field. And it's more likely that your section's gonna be pretty empty and you can spread the fuck out. I love that shit. The fucked up thing is you go to like an older stadium, like Fenway, you can still get obstructed view seats.
Yeah, you're buying like
and that's where there's a giant pillar right in front of your seat and you can't see the fucking field. They used to just build those. But yeah, we'll put the seats here. Some asshole.
What about this one that's just looking at a wall? Well, we need it for the capacity. We need it for a capacity. So,
well, somebody will buy the ticket. They'll be mad that they bought a shit ticket, but what are they going to do? It was in the ticket that it was obstructed view.
That'd be so funny if like you had those season tickets and one of the season tickets was just obstructed view. So just whoever you brought, you gave them that seat. Yeah, I got 2 tickets to the Sox game tonight, buddy. And you're like, tight. Yeah, I'd love to go. I'm like, here, it's actually in front of a pole, but don't worry, I'll tell you what's going on.
I'm selling my ticket, Sox Yankees, only $40. People are like, dude, that's a deal, bro. They buy it, they show up, and they go, oh, you fucking bastard.
But you know, like World Series time and stuff, like people do pay like real full price for like World Series tickets for fucking poll tickets.
Yeah.
If we sell
it's atmosphere.
Yeah, it's fucking. I bet like also you could be like at the Cowboys game. The Cowboys have those dugout seats that are behind the players' benches and stuff. And it's like you can't see like this. The players are standing. You're in a dugout. Like, we got a TV. You're like, there. Tight. What? Why did I go to a game to watch it on TV though?
My buddy was like, dude, you just look up and see it on the giant screen. I'm like, great. I
can watch TV and see it.
It was like his neighbor's seats, so they just paid like they threw him a little bit of money. It wasn't anything crazy, but you get to be there in the atmosphere and it's cool. But it's like you could have sat up top of Jerry World and got great seats, or better yet, sat on your couch.
Watch other
spent
games
$16 less a
not
beer.
the Cowboys.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's why they're called nosebleeds, because mountain climbers tend to have nosebleeds when they're at high altitudes. Fun
The
little
more
history
you-
lesson for everybody. Good question.
No.
Our next one is from Alex O at Alex McThunder1 on Twitter, and he says, for the rest of your life, would you rather use toilet paper as napkins or napkins as toilet paper?
This isn't even like, it's not even close. Toilet paper is napkins.
So you would only have toilet paper, basically. Like
Yes.
napkins are gone. Yeah, I've used toilet paper as napkins before. I've used toilet paper as tissues.
It's
Toilet paper is
softer.
kind of universal, because sometimes you're like, I'm just gonna go with this because I gotta blow my nose.
What's the softer one? That's what I want to wipe my ass with. I buy
Yeah,
very soft
absolutely.
toilet paper, and I got to be honest, there's some days where I'm shitting a lot, where even by the end of the day, I'm like, that was rough. If I was using napkins the whole time, bro, I would just be bleeding. Like I would,
Yeah.
it
I
would
think it's
look,
easy, it's
if I
toilet
wore
paper.
white pants, it would look like I was on my period. Let's put it that way.
Bo, you right? You with us?
Yeah. Toilet paper
Bo
as
knows.
napkins.
Like I would have no problem. Like if I was just out in public and we were just sitting here talking right now, and I'm just eating, and you just see me rolling it around my hand and then wipe my face with it. I don't give a fuck. People are like, oh, that's gross. I'm like, this toilet paper didn't just touch my asshole.
And
though,
toilet
right? It's
papers are
just
like
paper at this point.
toilet paper is also like got that like paper towel vibe too when you're using it for not wiping.
It's a
your
half
ass,
paper
where you're just
towel.
like you can just rip off as much as you need. I need a lot of it.
I mean, I've used
just a
paper
little
towels to
bit.
wipe before when I was out of toilet paper.
Mhm.
I want
That's how
toilet
like when
paper.
I start getting like the sniffles and stuff, you'll always tell because like my nose gets all just like rashy
Red.
because then I don't have tissues in the house. So then I just start blowing my nose on the paper towels in the kitchen. And then I gradually just take a toilet paper roll because I'm like, okay, well, my nose
It's
is just
softer.
ripped apart.
I mean, think about it. Paper towels are softer napkins. And if you've ever wiped with a paper towel, you're like, this gets the job done and it's sturdy, but it's not ideal.
So, okay,
It's
we're
not.
all in agreement. We would go toilet paper over napkins.
This isn't even like, I want to find the sixth son of a
You'd rather
bitch.
use toilet paper as napkins.
Yeah.
than
I want
napkins
to
as
find
toilet
the
paper,
sixth son of a bitch that chooses napkins. Like it's improper to use it in public. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
well, you have a
weird.
gross
A
asshole.
little bit.
I know that for a fact that you have a gross asshole.
I thought you said a crow's asshole, and I was like, "What? What is
That
that?"
sounds, dude,
does
that
that
actually
mean?
sounds like that would be a like 1920s insult. Like, you're just a crow's asshole.
Oh well, tell me about a crow's asshole. That's actually J6's one of the songs in their upcoming album, Stormin'.
Jim Crow's asshole McGillicuddy.
Next question comes from
That's a throwback.
Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston on Twitter. Danielle says, how long after you poop do you have to wait to initiate sexy time?
As long as you're clean, you just gotta be clean.
Yeah, because it's like if I poop and then shower, am I good? Like it's like a pre-shower poop. Like I think we're good to go, right?
I mean,
I wouldn't know. Never had sex.
as long as you just clean yourself, you're fine. You've never been
I'm not married.
like what like like what if you're getting there like, oh, hold on, like you're getting started, you're like, hold on, let me take care of something first. You go take care of it. As long as you're clean, you're good. Just as long as you're well clean. Maybe keep some wet naps in there just to make sure you're clean. Quick shower if you
make
have
sure
to.
you-
If it was a
if
bad
you're-
one, but like
as long as you're
just
clean
a-
back there, I think
it's
you're
just
good.
a
But, like,
regular
also,
poop.
like I would like. I think maybe she's like also referring to like I wouldn't be like, hey, you want a bone? Well, hold on, I gotta go take a shit real quick.
I mean,
Afterwards,
don't
so that
ask.
kind of ruins the mood. But it's like if you just pooped and like, she's ready to go and she doesn't realize you just pooped. You're like, all right,
You're
let's do
horny,
it.
you're horny. I mean, don't ask him to eat your ass right after, but
Yeah, no ass eating after that, unless that's what you're into. And then
like this
go
is
for
just
it. We don't kink shame. We don't kink shame on this podcast.
we're staying face to face this whole time. There's no mouth to genitals going on in this one because I just pooped 10 minutes ago, but let's knock this out.
Yeah. So I think the correct
As long as
amount-
it's a matter of cleanliness. However long it takes you from poop to
How
cleaning.
you have to, how long do you have to wait after you poop until initiating sex time? Until your asshole is clean.
Yeah. Whether that's
However
3
long
wipes
that is.
or 3 wipes in a shower, as long as you're clean, you're good to go.
After a
keep your
shower,
wet
I think
naps
you're
on.
always good to go.
You
100% of the time
just
after a
clean your
shower,
butthole.
you're ready to go.
I've got a buddy that poops that showers after every poop.
In a perfect
Well,
world, I would
actually-
too, but like
actually-
I don't I just don't have that kind of time.
That's not true anymore because his girl that he started dating has a bidet, and he's like, dude, it changed my life.
I bet.
He'll go to her. They live in the same apartment complex. He'll go to her apartment to poop because she's got a bidet.
That's kind of weird, but
Apparently, it's life changing. I've never tried
should
one.
just
but
buy a
I'm
bidet.
excited. She actually said to me, she was like, dude, you should try it, Pat, while you're here. I was like, I'm not shitting in your
you're
bathroom.
asking me to shit in your toilet. Okay.
I was like, John's
Most
poops
people
and my
ask
poops,
you
I feel
not
like, are
to.
very different. So you've got a guest bathroom and you asked me to use yours. There's something mentally wrong with
I don't
you.
think you
Whoa.
you actually have to poop to try out the bidet.
I mean, if I sit down, I'm probably going to poop.
Just
It's
I'm
a
always
reflex.
this is how it works.
Just-
I'm
yeah,
always,
just a reflex.
Robert, I am always pre-shit.
I guess I should know that
No,
about you by now.
Bo, what do you think? How long should you wait after taking a poop to initiate sexy time?
Bo
would-
says 4 minutes. Robert says 48 hours.
I would say like at least, I don't know, like 20 minutes.
That's
30
fair.
minutes, 30 minutes maybe.
Let it
Like,
air
cool
out.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the reactor cool down.
What is it? This is 40 when Leslie Mann is like, I just took a poop, or I was constipated and just took a poop, and then like she backs up to him, he's like, whoa, coming at me with guns loaded or
That's
guns
hot.
ablaze or whatever he said. It was fucking funny as shit.
Oh,
It's like,
God,
yeah,
that
like
was
let's
great.
let it cool down for a second. You don't tell like right after, maybe not. But like if you got a shower, I think a shower that fixes everything. And I do agree though, like a shower after a poop, and in a perfect world, every poop would have a shower after it. But like we don't have that kind of time.
What am I going to put in a shower at work? Get out of here.
No,
I don't
that's
have
what
that
I'm
kind of
saying,
time
yeah.
of the day.
I
What
don't
am I
know,
a shower?
even if yeah.
I mean,
I
that
gotta
means-
go. I gotta go do things.
Like
I
if
gotta
I
shit
had
during a
a
Green Day song sometimes.
if I had a night of drinking the night before, you're telling me I might have to shower 6 times the next day. Get the fuck out of here.
You should just get a bidet, dude. I think bidets are built for you, and you probably cut down on.
I
the amount of
really
toilet
should.
paper you gotta use.
I really, really should get one. Because they've got those ones that you can install on your own toilet in like fucking 4 minutes.
Yeah. Every time I tell Emma we should go, and she's like, "Well, who's gonna clean it?" And I was like, "You."
What do you mean who's gonna clean it? It's cleaning you.
Well, but like I think after a while you have to clean it,
I mean, as often as you clean your own toilet regularly.
which I don't clean our toilet. Emma cleans our toilet, so not my problem.
I think I will always be the person that cleans the toilet just because I can't expect somebody to clean up after
Yeah,
that.
that's good
from
of
me.
you. It's nice of you to do that.
Oh no,
So, yeah,
honestly,
really
more than
just-
likely we'll just have separate bathrooms. Let's be honest.
At least, I would say, Danny, if you're looking for a specific answer, I would say at least 20 minutes, like Bo said. But I feel like also just like it really depends on like if you've showered or not. If you have showered, you're good as long as your asshole's clean. However long it takes you to clean your asshole is the real answer.
There's
at
variables.
least 20 minutes. Let's give it a grace period of 20 minutes.
Was it a clean shit? Was it a Taco Bell shit? Was it a one that honestly didn't need a wipe? It just had to. I mean, there's
You
variables.
just wiped just to check.
Yeah, I mean, it just. I think this is the most honest answer we can give. You know how long you need
You
to
know,
wait.
if you got to worry about having a little shit ass in the bedroom, don't do it.
Yeah,
Now's not the time. If you think you don't got shit ass, you're good.
you're an adult. You know how to clean yourself. You know
Yeah.
when you're ready.
Absolutely. That was a great answer. Great.
That's one of the
teamwork right
that's
there,
one of the
guys.
most interesting questions we've ever gotten.
All right.
I love it.
But it was like a good question though. Pat, read this final question from my buddy Texas Cat Daddy.
Check the cat day. All right, prime Mike Tyson versus equal weight and heavy. No, I'm not going to read it. Mike
It's from
Tyson's
Brandon
voice. I'm
Davis,
joking.
aka Texas Cat Daddy, at
Yeah.
A Stream of Cream on Twitter.
Prime Mike Tyson versus equal height and weight Navy SEAL. This is a fight. Round 1. It's a 20-foot boxing ring, caged in, no fighting on the ground, standing only, both in gym attire. Round 2, any combat goes minus weapons. If you need a third one, bonus round, or this is just a bonus round. Them 2 versus 4 Bruce Lees, any combat. It's Tyson KO in round 1.
Tyson KO round 1.
Arguably the greatest boxer of all time in a 20 square foot area against a guy who is an elite killer and great shape.
Right.
But like anybody who's even been an elite MMA fighter and then moves over to boxing, if they fight a good boxer, they get destroyed. It's a whole different, the speed, the ferocity of hands. Tyson knocks this guy out probably within 20 seconds. Honestly.
I don't know about 20 seconds, but Tyson definitely wins that first fight.
I mean, you couldn't, the speed and ferocity is ridiculous. There is no round 2. There's no round 2. Second fight.
Any combat goes. I think Mike Tyson probably still wins because he'd knock your ass out before you could really do anything unless you were specifically trained. You are a Marine, so I'm not 100% sure what goes into Marine training, but I know.
No, there is no round 2. There is no round 2.
Mike Tyson wins round 1.
There is no. The only question here is the bonus fight. Them 2 against 4 Bruce Lees. Any combat, I'm taking the Bruce Lees.
I think Bruce Lee wins in that one for sure.
Because at that point, you're taking
he's water,
elite martial artist, and he's very fast as well.
Yeah,
he's gonna attack knees. He's gonna attack groin. And if Tyson connects one time against one of the Bruce Lees, they're down.
But if it's 4 Bruce Lees against 2, I think one Bruce Lee could probably take the 2 of them. 4 of them, you're done. So Bruce Lees win round
it's strength
3.
in numbers. Because as soon as Tyson turned towards one,
round 3 Bruce Lees,
another one's going to jump up in the air and knee Tyson in the neck. I take the 4 elite fighters versus 1 and an elite Navy SEAL. I'm taking the 4 elite fighters, even with the weight disparity. There is no round 2. I don't know why you keep saying round 2.
Respect the exercise. The exercise. Mike Tyson, boxing, cage match. Absolutely. Mike Tyson wins that round 1 fight. Round 2, where it's the 2 of them, any combat, anything goes, minus weapons.
Tyson again.
I think Tyson knocks you out before you can get your weapon.
Exactly. So both rounds are finishing.
I'd probably go Tyson, Bruce Lees.
Okay, maybe the second one is 30 seconds just because Tyson has to guard against the takedown. But yeah, I mean, peak Mike Tyson against just a guy that's a Navy SEAL that is the same height and weight.
Anybody, yeah.
You're getting. Not only are you're going unconscious, you are going unconscious. He's going to knock you clean the fuck out. Have you seen the videos now of Mike Tyson just talking to people and he'll duck and throw 3 or 4 shots real quick, faster than anything I've ever seen in my life. Now minus 30 years from that to when he was in his prime. You'll die.
No, I agree with that.
It's Tyson for Bruce Lee's. Hands down, no question.
That was a good question. Good questions. Good scenarios. Cat Daddy. All right. That's it. That's all we got for this week, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Y'all are the best. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever else you're listening to this podcast. Please share us with a friend. That's the best way to spread the gravy, guys. Share us with a friend. Check out the Pass the Gravy merch store. Get our 4th of July.
The gravy.
Yeah, Pat. A lot of ways. But get some merch in the Pass the Gravy merch store. Get ready for 4th of July with our America themed gear, and we also have all the other cool stuff you can get in the store as well. You guys are the best. At Pass the Gravy Pod, give us a follow on Twitter. I am at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Those are also our Instagram handles as well. So make sure you follow us on both accounts. Check out Robert's podcast, A Recent Study Suggests, at A Recent Study Pod on Twitter and Instagram. And you can listen to it wherever you're listening to this podcast as well. Anybody got anything else? No? That's it. Let's go watch some Stanley Cup final.
Keep an eye out for Coast to Coast and the God damn it, I forgot the name again. Keep an eye out for Coast to Coast. It's a phenomenal beer. You're going to drink it. You're going to enjoy it.
You guys are all our inner circle as well. You are all in the Pass the Gravy inner circle if you're listening to this. Have a great rest of the week. Be good to each other. Until next time, Pass the Gravy. Yeah. Bitches!
And my bottom cheese was with the fuck. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor, the next thing you know, Shorty got low, 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 low. Them baggy sweatpants.